New Year! Live from Kansas City! Hi, I'm Daniel Andrews, owner and creator of Dan Talks Football, and I am here live. I'm getting ready to do play-by-play for the Kansas City Chiefs hosting the Denver Broncos. This is a big game. Now, I am a Chiefs fan, as you can tell. I am a big-time Chiefs fan, but I'm going to do my best to call this game as objectively as I possibly can. Now, for you Chiefs fans who think this is going to be a walk in the park, I encourage you to remember about 12 years ago where an undefeated Green Bay Packers team came in. Todd Haley was just fired. Romeo Crennel got his very first start as the Kansas City Chiefs head coach. What happened? In one of the biggest upsets in NFL regular season, the 5-8 Kansas City Chiefs upset the 13-0 Green Bay Packers. And the reason why I bring this up is because you're going to see the same thing with the Denver Broncos today. They get their first-time head coach, and oh boy, I am so embarrassed to admit this. I just forgot his name. I literally just forgot his name. But it'll be his first-time head coach, longtime assistant coach. It's Jerry Rosburg. He's going to take over for the just recently fired Nathaniel Hackett. He's going to get an opportunity to be an NFL head coach. This is a big opportunity not only for Jerry Rosburg, but for a lot of the Denver Broncos players. The Denver Broncos have 20 players that are currently on injury reserve. So they're going to have a lot of young guys playing today. It's a big opportunity for these guys. So this is a huge game for the Denver Broncos. For the Kansas City Chiefs, they're coming into this game relatively healthy. They need a win. They need a win to get the 1 seed. If they lose today, there's no chance that they can get the 1 seed. No chance they can get the 1 seed. So big game, and they're currently the 2 seed. They're tied with the Buffalo Bills, both of them at 12-3, but Buffalo beat Kansas City earlier in the season. So Kansas City with a win, and the Bills are playing in the game of the year. They're going to play the Cincinnati Bengals on Monday Night Football. With a Chiefs win today and a Bengals win on Monday night, the Chiefs will have the 1 seed. So this is going to be a huge game today for Chiefs fans. What I'm going to do is when the game is at a commercial break like it is right now, I'm going to go over to DraftKings. I'm going to give you updates on the scores. Any questions that you may have about the game, I'm going to do my best to answer them. So also follow me on social media. All my social media links are in the description below. I'd love to hear from everybody. And we're getting ready to start here. I'm jacked up, and I hope you are. I encourage you, if you are watching this on TV, mute the sound and turn on your smartphone or your computer or your streaming device and just join the show, and we can talk Chiefs Broncos New Year's Day. Hopefully you had a fantastic New Year's. I know I did. I watched a lot of college football. Some really good games. Some really, really good games. I have to admit, I was shocked that TCU pulled the upset off, and Georgia survived a scare. It really looked like Ohio State was going to win that game. So kudos to some great moments in college football. We got a great game coming up Monday. Today, it looks like Dick Vermeil. Dick Vermeil is going to be a special guest. He is the one who's going to bang the drum. For those of you who do not know, before the game starts, they have a special drum where they go ahead and they bang the drum. And Dick Vermeil is going to be the guy today. So I'm very excited about that. Again, comments, questions, thoughts. I'm going to go and wait till a commercial break before I answer any thoughts and questions as we get ready for kickoff here live from Arrowhead Stadium. It's beautiful weather out today. Last week, it felt like it was about 5 degrees. Today, it's about 50 at Arrowhead, that crazy Midwest weather. As we get ready for kickoff, the Kansas City Chiefs are kicking off, so the Denver Broncos will receive. The Chiefs are going left to right here, so the Broncos will take the return going from left to right on your screen. And the kick is away, and it's going to be caught 4 yards in the end zone. The guy's going to run it back out. He gets it outside, and he is tripped up at the 15. Bad decision. If you're going to go ahead, Marlon Mack acquired through free agency. I'm a little surprised. If you're going to go ahead and take the kickoff, you got to take it. He hesitated for a moment and then just took off. So Russell Wilson and the Denver Broncos are going to start on their 15-yard line. Russell Wilson did have a good game last week against the Kansas City Chiefs. So it's a 1st and 10 from their 15-yard line, roughly. Russell Wilson is going to take the snap from under center. And with the new head coach, I don't know what kind of things you're going to see. Actually, he's in shotgun, and it's a handoff right up the middle here. And it looks like it's a gain of 5. A gain of 5, solid handoff here. Latavius Murray, been in the NFL for a very, very long time. He went ahead and just took a shotgun snap, went right up the middle, and it looks like it's a gain of 4, so it's going to be 2nd and 6. The Broncos are huddling up. It would not surprise me if you see you see Denver do this a lot, where they're just going to slow the game down. They're just going to go ahead and just try to keep the possessions to a minimum. They're having some issues getting lined up. Russell Wilson will be under center for this snap here. I formation. The tight end's playing as a fullback. Latavius Murray's in the backfield, takes the pitch out to the left side, and he's going to get swallowed up almost for a loss there, but ran outside, got a gain of 1. So it's going to be 3rd down and a long 4 or a short 5 when play continues here. Denver is going to go ahead and huddle up here. I don't expect Denver to use a lot of hurry up. I think that what the plan is that they want to shorten this game, limit possessions, and try to win the turnover battle and try to run the ball on this very good Chiefs defense. 3rd and 5 coming up. It's Russell Wilson's in shotgun snap, 3 wide receivers to his left, 1 to his right. Running back is to Latavius Murray's. He's being pressured, and it's an incomplete pass. He was trying to go to his tight end, who was lined up as a wide receiver. Albert O, a former MU player, was split out as a wide receiver to his right side, and he was trying to take the play, but safety Justin Reed broke it up. Great play by the Chiefs defense. And Denver will punt after going 3 and out. One of the biggest problems they've had this season. Denver has one of the best defenses in the NFL, but unfortunately one of the worst offenses, and they struggle going 3 and out to start the game. Punt is away. Kadarius Toney back to catch, waits for a fair catch at the 35. So the Chiefs will get pretty good field position once play resumes here. We got the Kansas City Chiefs, and for my money, Patrick Mahomes, who is the my MVP as of right now, averaging over 314 yards passing a game, 37 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. He's trying to get 5,000 yards. May do that today. Last time they played at Denver, he did throw 3 interceptions, tied for his career high. Hopefully we do not see that today. Patrick Mahomes shotgun, handoff to Pacheco, runs right up the middle. Tough Denver defense, gets a gain of 1, maybe 2 yards. Basically just runs into a brick wall there. Denver's defense among the best in the NFL. There's no problems with the Denver Broncos defense. Problems, unfortunately, is the offense, as you saw earlier, where they went 3 and out. They're going to give them a gain of 2 here, so it's going to be 2nd and 8 for the Kansas City Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes will be in shotgun. Pacheco will be to his left. The Chiefs are going to have the 2 tight ends on the left side here. Fake the handoff. MVS gets a quick out route to Mahomes' right. He's going to be just short of the 1st down. It is complete. Looks like gain of 7, so it's going to be 3rd and 1. 3rd and 2, it looks like. So it's going to be 3rd and 2 here for the Kansas City Chiefs. Kansas City Chiefs are huddling. The Denver defense is very good. Nick Bonitto is going to get the start. He's the rookie out of Oklahoma, 2nd-round pick. He's going to replace Randy Gregory, who's not going to be able to go today. So 3rd and 2, Patrick Mahomes in shotgun formation. Pacheco to his right, takes a snap, goes back to pass. He's got all day, throws a quick pass to Travis Kelce for the 1st down, a gain of 6. This is pretty easy. If you're going to single cover Travis Kelce, it's going to be a long day, and that's exactly what they did. Basically, all Patrick Mahomes did is he shuffled over to his left, waited for Kelsey to break out of his route, and that is a first down. Very easy pitch and catch, and it's going to be a long day if they allow Kelsey a free rein. Handoff, Ronald Jones is in the game, gets a quick, somewhere between 3 and 4 yards here, just takes a quick shotgun snap and just goes right up the middle. Surprised that we're going to see Ronald Jones here. I'm a little surprised. The Chiefs, if you are not aware, will rotate personnel in and out all day today. We're going to see Travis Kelce going over to the bench. As play continues here, shotgun snap from Mahomes. Ronald Jones is going to be to his right. They're going to go 3 wide receivers, and Noah Gray is going to take over for Kelce. And it's oh my God, Patrick Mahomes, the pass was swatted down. Patrick Mahomes catches the deflection. Patrick Mahomes threw the ball to the defensive lineman, batted the pass down. Patrick Mahomes caught it, ran around for a first down. The pass was batted right. By the way, this is legal. If Patrick Mahomes were to throw the ball, that would be a penalty. But after catching the deflection, and they're going to say he's just short of the first down marker. So it's going to be 3rd and 1 as Patrick Mahomes catches his pass to himself. 3rd and 1 here. The Kansas City Chiefs are in enemy territory. They're on the 44-yard line. 3 running backs in the backfield here. Gerald McKinnon, and he is stopped short. I don't even think he got back to the original line of scrimmage. The Denver Broncos were ready for that. They did what's I call the diamond formation. They had 2 running backs to the side and then 1 behind them, trying to confuse the Denver Broncos. They were not confused at all. Great play by number 98 for the Denver Broncos. That's going to be Mike Purcell. Great play by the Denver Broncos there. And the Chiefs are going to go for it. They're on the 44-yard line. They're in Denver territory. It's 4th and 1. Patrick Mahomes in shotgun, takes the pass. And first down, Travis Kelce, same thing. He just ran an out route, and they put him on single coverage. It looks like it was a safety. And this is an easy mismatch, folks. So what the Denver Broncos did is that they put Josie Jewell, the inside linebacker, on one-on-one against Kelce. Kelce ran a quick out route, first down. This is very easy. This is just pitch and catch. If the Denver Broncos have any hopes of winning this game, they got to do better in putting their starting inside linebacker on Travis Kelce. Mahomes going to take under center, fakes the handoff, throws the screen pass to Jared McKinnon, and he powers forward for another first down. So the Kansas City Chiefs are just moving the ball right down the field here. And the Denver Broncos early on looked kind of lifeless here. They had that nice stop on 3rd and 1, but after that, didn't really see much of anything. Blake Bell's in there. He's been on IR for the last couple of months. Patrick Mahomes had 5 straight completions here, so it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Kansas City Chiefs. It looks like the Kansas City Chiefs are on the 23-yard line. So screen pass to slip screen, actually, to Sky Moore. Breaks a tackle, gets a first down, gets inside the red zone. Almost scored, folks. He should have been stopped sooner. Broke a tackle, showing some strength and power. About a 20-yard completion. It's going to be 1st and goal on the 5-yard line. Sky Moore, the rookie out of Central Michigan, the Chiefs' 2nd-round pick, catches a slip screen. Some really nice blocks. Should have been tackled. Breaks free of the tackle. Kareem Jackson wrangles him down at the 5-yard line. So it's going to be 1st and goal. Sky Moore showing his power. A lot of Chiefs fans fell out of favor with him after he was fumbling punts. But it's going to be 1st and 5, goal to go. Patrick Mahomes under center. Isaiah Pacheco is going to take the handoff, go right up the middle to the 3, to the 2, powers forward. And I can't tell if he's on the – it's a touchdown! Touchdown, Kansas City! And they're going to look at this because Pacheco was stopped about at the 2-yard line, and then he powered forward. So they are going to take a look at this. As of right now, this looks like it's a touchdown. The second effort got him through here. So they're showing on the replay here because he's really hit at the 3, and then he powers forward, and the big bodies there, you can't really tell one way or another. Since they ruled it a touchdown on the field, you have to have indisputable evidence. They do not have that with this situation here. So with 7:35 left in the first quarter, Kansas City strikes first, gets a touchdown. And they are still looking at it because there's the angle that they should. No, they are not. It's a touchdown. They're going to kick the extra point. And with 7:35 left in the and oh no, and it's a dropped snap. The Pro Bowl punter is gonna, and it's a missed extra point. So what happened is he just dropped the snap, and then he tried scrambling around. He looked like he was looking to throw, but nobody was there, so he just fell down. So the Kansas City Chiefs missed the extra point, but they are up 6-0. And we will go to commercial break here. Jeff Bortnicker, what is up, brother? Man, I am so glad to see you, man. Thank you so much for supporting me, Jeff. Thank you. James, let's go, James. That's awesome. That is awesome. So we're going to do some quick updates here now that we're on a commercial break here. The Chicago Bears are up 7-0 against the Detroit Lions with 10:54 left in the first quarter. The Saints and Eagles are scoreless. Same with Miami and New England. Indianapolis and the New York Giants are scoreless. Jacksonville Jaguars up 6-0 over the Houston Texans, and Carolina's up 7-0 over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Cleveland and Washington is still at 0, and the Arizona Cardinals is up 3-0. Against the Atlanta Falcons. So I'm going to keep you updated on all the scores as they occur. I'm going to go ahead and put everything on DraftKings. Chris Clegg, Happy New Year, Chris. Oh, man, thank you so much for coming out and showing some support, man. I really, really appreciate it, man. Happy New Year to you and your family. Your brother was on the live stream last week, so I got some love from the Clegg family. I can't tell you how jacked up and excited I am for this. Early on, we have a 7-0 lead with the Kansas City Chiefs. Denver got the ball first. They went 3 and out, and Kansas City just went right down the field. And early on, the offense kind of looks like the same it has all years for the Denver Broncos, but the defense looked lifeless. They didn't really show any sense of urgency early on. And if this is how the Denver defense is going to perform, this is going to be a blowout. So we're only halfway through the first quarter, but early indications are the Kansas City's just going to run away with this one. The Denver Broncos do not look motivated at all to play today, at least after the first drive. But we have 3.5 quarters left. And for those of you who don't know, football is a very unpredictable game. So the Denver Broncos, once play resumes, will get a chance to answer the Kansas City Chiefs, who just went right down the field. One thing, if you're the Denver Broncos, you got to be concerned about is why are you putting your inside linebacker, Josie Jewell, 1-on-1 with Travis Kelce? Both receptions were just 1-on-1, and they're showing a replay at extra point. And Tommy Townsend, who went to the Pro Bowl as a punter, just dropped it. And then he tried to pick it up, then he tried to run. Mistakes like this can hurt you. So we're back to action here, and it will be a touchback. So Denver will get the ball on the 25-yard line, and Denver needs to do better. Now, keep in mind, this is going to be the very first game for Jerry Rossberg. He's never coached as an NFL head coach. He actually joined the team the second week of the season as an assistant head coach to help with some of the play calling and time management that Nathaniel Hackett seemed to have issues with when the Denver Broncos started the season 0-2. So we're back to play here. Russell Wilson's going to be under center. It's a play action pass. Russell Wilson scrambling to his right, and he gets the ball quickly out to Sutton. It's an 8-yard game, a nice little bootleg here. As what they did is they just went under center, and it was kind of an offset of the 11 personnel. They had both wide receivers on the right side. They did bootleg to the left. Russell Wilson went to the right side, and it's going to be actually it's a 7-yard completion. So it's going to be 2nd and 3 here as play continues here. Now Russell Wilson's in shotgun formation, 3 wide receivers to his left. One of them's a tight end. Jerry Jeudy goes behind him. Latavius Murray gets the handoff up the middle, and it's going to be for a first down. He just powers forward. Some interesting play calling, but one thing I've noticed on the offense, it looks like the Denver Broncos are perfectly comfortable trying to slow this game down. They're going to milk the clock and try to limit this Kansas City offense and the Kansas City possessions here. So it's 1st and 10 for the Denver Broncos here. And again, you're going to see this a lot here where they're just going to milk the clock here. Shotgun snap to Wilson. Wilson stays back in the pocket. Deflected pass by Carlos Dunlap. This play looked doomed from the get-go. What happened is Russell Wilson was just in the pocket trying to look downfield, and he just went off to his outlet route, which had been Latavius Murray off to the right-hand side. Carlos Dunlap read this perfectly. Actually, almost got the interception here, but so this is kind of an interesting formation. So he's in shotgun formation. The tight end to his left. There's going to be motion. So using 2 tight ends, draw up the middle. No, it's a direct run to the outside. Russell Wilson's going to take the snap, run to the outside, gets a gain of 5. Basically, it was a fake handoff and then just a designed quarterback run to the outside. Kind of an interesting call. I'll be honest, I'm not a fan of these direct runs, but in this situation, I kind of like it because you kind of confuse Kansas City. If you don't know anything else about the Kansas City Chiefs defense, they like to be aggressive. They like the blitz. So a little confusion is a good thing here. Russell Wilson's going to be in shotguns. 3rd and 5 on the 41-yard line here. He's 3 wide receivers to his left, 1 to his right. Running back Latavius Murray is to his right. Russell Wilson gets the snap here. He's in the pocket, pressure. He's going to spin out again. Throws the ball away here. There is a flag on the play. It's in the backfield, so it looks like it's going to be holding. It's going to be holding against Denver. Obviously declined. So Denver is going to go ahead and punt the football here. And they're just announcing that it is, in fact, holding. So it will be declined, obviously, and the Denver Broncos could punt. Watch for a fake here. Yeah, you're the Denver Broncos. You got nothing to lose, so be very careful. The Kansas City Chiefs did not bring blitz, but they got a lot of pressure just with 4. And if you're wondering why they can get pressure with 4, the Denver Broncos have multiple starters in this offensive line that are banged up. So at 41-yard line, it is going to be they're in punt formation. Be careful of the fake, but it's not a fake. They're going to go ahead and punt the ball. Kadarius Toney's going to back up, wait for a fair catch inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. He looks like he is not happy. Probably should let the ball bounce into the end zone, but that's okay. So when play resumes, we are going to see my MVP, Patrick Mahomes, get the ball and try to expand on this early 6-0 lead for the Kansas City Chiefs. So thank you so much for joining me here. I'm going to go ahead and get some announcements updates with the score here. It doesn't look like there's too much going on, but actually we do have something going on. We have the Detroit Lions just scored a touchdown. The score is 7-6, as looks like they're going to try for the extra point here, but 7-6. Chicago's up 7-6. 6:44 left in the first quarter here. The Saints are now up 6-0. On the Philadelphia Eagles. This is 6:02 left in the first. Miami and New England scoreless with 7:56 left in the first. 7:12 left in the first. Still scoreless with Indianapolis and New York. Jacksonville's up 7-0, 6:50 in the first quarter. Carolina is up 7-0, 7:05 in the first. Cleveland still up 3-0, 7:15 left in the first, and Arizona is up 3-0 with 1:59 left in the first quarter. So you are now all caught up. It's very, very, very exciting game for the Kansas City Chiefs. As of right now, my initial reaction is that Denver does not look really motivated. They had some nice plays in the second series. They went 3 and out earlier. Then the second series, they had some nice plays, but they really just didn't look completely in sync. The offensive line, a mash unit, they got multiple starters that are missing from this unit, and the Kansas City Chiefs are able to apply pressure just with 4. One thing Kansas City is famous for doing is blitzing. No blitzing early on. It just basically looks like you've had 4 defensive linemen getting pressure on Russell Wilson without using any blitzing. This is going to be important because when Kansas City does blitz, and they will, this is going to be a problem for Russell Wilson. So the offense is kind of looked off kilter, and the defense did not look motivated the first drive at all. The defense looked lackluster, and they also were giving Kelsey one-on-one with the starting inside linebacker. That's a complete mismatch. So if you're the Kansas City Chiefs, hopefully you can score and make things very uncomfortable for the Denver Broncos here. So we are seeing play getting ready to resume here. It'll be 1st and 10 on the 9-yard line. Patrick Mahomes is in shotgun formation here, and Isaiah Pacheco to his right, fake to Pacheco. Mahomes is going to scramble around, dumps it off to Kelsey for a gain of 3. Just really a short pass. It looked like Mahomes wanted to go deep and then just dropped it off to Kelsey. For whatever reason, they're giving Kelsey lots of room. They're not really prioritizing Kelsey, which I find a little surprising. It looks like what the Chiefs or what Denver's doing defensively is that they're putting a bigger emphasis on stopping downfield, and Kansas City's just throwing the ball short. So it'll be 2nd and 7 here. Patrick Mahomes by himself, empty formation, back to pass, a little quick screen out to Pacheco, who's lined up as an outside wide receiver on the very far outside left. He basically just took a quick pass and got a quick first down. Really nice play call here, as they didn't really see Pacheco as a viable option as a receiver, really keeping the Denver defense off balance early. It really looks like they're doing a fantastic job mixing and matching things up to Kansas City offense. So kudos. Patrick Mahomes is going to be on center. It'll be 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line here. Sky Moore's going to motion from bottom to top of the screen, play action pass Mahomes. He looks like he's going deep, checks it down to Kelsey, who they are, for whatever reason, Denver does not view Travis Kelsey as that big of a deal, because Travis Kelsey's been open all day. I believe this is his 4th reception, and we're still in the first quarter, and they've been allowing just one-on-one coverage here. Kelsey just runs an under route, and what they're doing is they're playing a shell defense, Denver is, but they're really not prioritizing Kelsey at all. Kelsey's coming off to the side here for the Kansas City Chiefs. Kansas City Chiefs are going to rotate a lot of players in. Patrick Mahomes, shotgun formation. Pacheco to his right, takes the handoff, goes around the left side, gets a gain of 4, possibly 5. It's going to be 3rd and short here. The Denver Broncos really look like they're off kilter. Kelsey's going to come back on here. Things really the Kansas City Chiefs are really doing a good job mixing things up. The Denver Broncos really look off kilter. They really don't look like they know what to expect early on. This is going to be a shotgun formation, 2 wide receivers to the right. Kelsey's going to go from top to bottom to be a 3rd wide receiver. And there's some motion here. They're going to let the play continue. So there's no flag, but it looks like he was offsides. Oh my God, great catch by Kelsey. Man, this was such a great play. So Patrick Mahomes, it looked like Denver jumped off sides. There is no flag, but then Patrick Mahomes they're going to review this. This may not be a catch, folks. So what happened was Patrick Mahomes just he was getting pressure. He just kind of jumped up, flicked it to Kelsey for a first down. However, Kelsey looked like he made a great catch. It's now being called an incompletion. I'll be honest, it looked like the ball hit the ground. What it is that it looked like the ball hit the ground the same time, and it's going to be 4th and 1. It's Patrick Mahomes' first incompletion of the game. I'll be honest, it looked like Denver jumped off sides. There was some movement, caused some it looked like things were kind of off kilter, if you will. So Kansas City's going to punt. It's 4th and 1. Tommy Townsend, the Pro Bowl punter, is going to go ahead and punt the ball. Deep punt. Goes all the way back to the 10. He's going to return it to the 15, gets out to the 21-yard line. So a nice little punt return for the Denver Broncos here. And I'll be honest, I should know who this player is who returned the punt. Is this Montrell Wilson? No, it's not. It's number 9, and I really should know this player because I've seen him play before, but unfortunately, I'm just drawing a complete blank on who the Denver Broncos are having returning the punt right now. So This is something I should know, and I apologize for you that tuned in. I should know who's returning punts for the Denver Broncos, but it's Kendall Hinton, and I should have known that. So I apologize for that. But as we go back to commercial, I'm going to go ahead and give you updates on the games as they're going on. I'm going ahead and I'm using DraftKings to get all my information here. Carolina is up 7-0 on Tampa Bay. It's 4:23 left in the first. We're now in the second quarter with Arizona and Atlanta. Arizona still up 3-0, 13:59 left in the second. Chicago and Detroit's tied at 7, 3:42 left in the first. The Saints are up 7-0 against Philly, 3:54 left in the first. The Colts have taken a 3-0 lead in the Meadowlands against the New York Giants, 2:16 left in the first. New England Patriots strike first, 7-0 against the Miami Dolphins, 6:22 left in the first. Jacksonville still up 7-0 against Houston, 3:41 left in the first. And Cleveland is still up 3-0. 3:09 left in first over the Washington Commanders. So that's what we got so far. When play resumes, the Denver Broncos will get the ball at the 20-yard line. Kudos to Denver for stopping Kansas City. They're really looking like they weren't really prepared. It was kind of an unusual play. It was 3rd and 1. It looked like Denver jumped off sides. It caused the Chiefs' offensive line to go into motion. I'm really surprised the penalty wasn't called on this. What happened is Patrick Mahomes got some additional pressure, and he jumped up, kind of flicked the ball to Travis Kelce. It was originally called a catch. Travis Kelce put both hands on the ball, but the ball did hit the ground. It looked like it was a great catch, and originally called a catch, but they looked at it. The ball did touch the ground, so good job by the officials teaming up and making the right call. Even though it went against the Chiefs, it was the right call. So with 2:32 left in the first quarter, it'll be 1st and 10 on Chiefs 21-yard line. Russell Wilson will be under center. Latavius Murray's in the backfield. Jerry Jeudy going from bottom to top. Handoff to Murray. Goes around the right side. Cuts back inside for a gain of 2. Trent McDuffie, the Chiefs' first-round draft pick, was the first one on the tackle there. Him and another rookie, Leo Chenal, tag team on the tackle here. Kansas City Chiefs going with a base 4-3 package. And I think you're going to see more of that as Denver actually changing tempos, shotgun snap, Wilson all alone in the backfield, and it's a catch. And nope. Okay, originally it looked like nobody touched the Denver tight end, but he was touched. He's just short of a first down, so Denver did a good job changing the tempo, speeding things up, empty backfield set, and threw a quick out to the tight end. So it's going to be 3rd and 2 here for the Denver Broncos. The Denver Broncos did a good job that last play. They went in the huddle for this one. They're going to have Latavius Murray and one of their wide receivers. I can't tell what number that is. To the wide receivers to his right, Latavius Murray to his left. Jerry Jeudy motions from bottom to top, catches the ball at the top like a screen pass. Actually, it would be considered a lateral, but he does get the first down. So the way it worked is that in this particular play, Russell Wilson had the shotgun snap. A wide receiver to his right, Latavius Murray to his left. Jerry Jeudy ran behind him. They threw a screen. This may be considered a actual lateral, but he went ahead and got the reception for a first down. So it's going to be 1st and 10 on the 33-yard line. Russell Wilson's in shotgun formation. Hands off to Latavius Murray just right up the middle for a gain of 2. I kind of like what Denver's doing with this. They're showing some different formations, changed the tempo up in that last series. So kind of interesting what they're doing. Clint Kubiak, for those who don't know, son of Gary Kubiak, longtime backup quarterback and head coach of the Denver Broncos, is the offensive coordinator. He's calling the plays today for the Denver Broncos. So 2nd and 8 here, and Denver, there's only 20 seconds left in the first quarter, so Denver has to run a play before the end of the first. Fake handoff here, Russell Wilson back to pass. He's got time, dumps it off to number 19, Trey Edmonds, and that's a Denver Broncos first down. Nice play call because Trey Edmonds are lining up in the backfield, as a running back. And what they did is they did a play action. He just went right in front of the linebackers, caught the pass, got a first down. So at the end of the first quarter, it is Kansas City 6, Denver Broncos 0. And it looks like it could be an exciting game, folks. Looks like it could be an exciting game. This is going to be some fun. We got multiple scores here. I'm going to go ahead and bring up everything since we are at a commercial break. It's still 7-0 early on. Carolina is up 7-0 at Tampa. Big game here because if Tampa wins, they win the NFC South. Carolina, if they win the next 2 games, including today, they will actually win the NFC South. So that division is completely up for grabs here. Carolina's up 7-0, 3:18 left in the first. The Atlanta Falcons scored a touchdown. They are up 7-3, 13:38 left in the second. The Chicago Bears are trying to ruin the Detroit Lions' playoff hopes here. They are up 10-7, 2:12 left in the first. The Saints are up 7-0 at Philly. Philly with a win today will clinch home field throughout the playoffs. They will get the 1 seed. They can still obtain the 1 seed next week. Right now, though, the Saints are up 7-0, 50 seconds left in the first quarter. The Colts are up 3-0, 14:12 left in the second. They're up beating the Giants in New York. 4:36 left in the first quarter. The New England Patriots are up 7-0. Jacksonville's up 7-0. 3:02 left in the first. And it looks like the first quarter is coming to an end here. In Washington, Cleveland is in Landover, and they are up 3-0. Washington trying to hold on for their playoff lives here. So we got a lot of really good games here going on. It's an exciting time for all football fans. There's only a handful of teams that are eliminated, including the Denver Broncos. But as I mentioned before, Denver Broncos, there's a lot of job openings that are going to be available. Brand new head coach for the Denver Broncos, first time ever being head coach, came in after a second week of the season. So Jerry Rothsberg has very little to lose here as play is getting ready to resume here. So the Kansas City Chiefs are up 6-0. They really had an opportunity to really do a lot better. Kind of some miscues on the Denver Broncos part. This last drive, the Denver Broncos have done an excellent job keeping things keeping Kansas City off balance here. Russell Wilson 4 out of 7 for 28 yards. So they're at the 46-yard line, 1st and 10. Russell Wilson under center. I formation to Edmonds here, who even though he's wearing number 19, they're using him as a running back. So I apologize. This is Chase Edmonds, the former Miami Dolphins running back. So I kind of misspoke here. I got the players mixed up. That's on me. This is only my second time doing this. So Chase Edmonds, who's joined the team midseason, is getting a lot of action. His first carry is a 5-yard gain. So it's 2nd and 5 in Chiefs territory. Russell Wilson is in shotgun formation. Edmonds is to his right, 4 wide receivers. Edmonds motions to the top of the screen here. Russell Wilson back to pass. Quick catch to Jerry Jeudy. Jerry Jeudy goes backwards. Trent McDuffie throws him out of bounds, just short of the first down. So what happened is Jerry Jeudy caught the ball, stepped backwards, trying to get a bigger gain. If he just would have went forward, he would have had the first down because he caught the ball at the 45 and then went backwards, ended up at the 45. But if he just went forward, he would have had the first down. Instead, it's going to be a 3rd and 1 for the Denver Broncos here. So Denver Broncos moving the ball steadily down the field here. This is a key 3rd down for the Denver Broncos. Russell Wilson's going to be in shotgun formation, 2 wide receivers to the top of the screen. Jerry Jeudy to the left. Latavius Murray's going to be in the running back. He takes a handoff, stopped immediately, but powers forward, and it's going to be interesting. The Kansas City Chiefs players are indicating first down, but are indicating 4th down. I'm sorry, the Kansas City Chiefs players are indicating 4th down, but it looks like it's a first. So what happened is Latavius Murray was stopped behind the line of scrimmage, spun, powered forward, and it's going to be 4th and inches. and Denver's going to go ahead and get the ball. And Denver's Russell Wilson does a quarterback sneak, gets the first down. So he was short. It looked like Latavius Murray on second effort did get the first down. He did not. What they did is they lined up. Russell Wilson just took a quarterback sneak and definitely got the first down. So the Denver Broncos have been holding on to the ball. This is exactly what their game plan is to hold the ball, eat the clock up, keep Patrick Mahomes on the sideline. This drive is approaching 5 minutes right now. So 1st and 10 on the Kansas City Chiefs 43-yard line. Play action pass to Russell Wilson. Screen pass to the tight end Beck with some blockers in front of him. Gets a nice gain, and it's fumbled. I can't tell if he's down or not, but he did fumble the ball, and they're motioning that he was down. This would have been a big turnover. Kansas City did recover the ball, but they're indicating that he is down, and Beck, the tight end, is holding his elbow as he will leave the field. And they're showing a replay here. He definitely was down, but as he hit the ground, the ball came loose. So it's going to be 2nd and 6, and Beck is on the sidelines right now. He is holding his right arm. It looks like something's banged up, either his arm or his shoulder. So 2nd and 6, Russell Wilson's going to take the snap under center here. It's down to 3-2. Play action pass, and Russell Wilson's in the backfield, scrambling around, goes deep to his right side and goes out of bounds here. And there's a flag on the play here. This is interesting. They were going deep here. It's holding against Kansas City, so this is going to be an automatic first down for the Denver Broncos. And this is exactly what the Denver Broncos wanted to do. So what they were doing here is they were trying to go deep, and what happened was the reason why the play wasn't there is because 7th-round rookie Jalen Watson held obvious holding play. So it's going to be a first down for the Denver Broncos here. Nice first penalty by either team today, so very nice play call by the Denver Broncos. Denver Broncos getting very creative here. So it's going to be first down, 1st and 10 on the Kansas City Chiefs 34-yard line. Russell Wilson's going to go under center here. Hand off to Chase Edmonds, just right up the middle here, gets a gain of, looks like it's a gain of 3 here, and there's some pushing afterwards. Quickly broken up. Good job by the referees just getting in there and breaking it up. And it looks like it's actually a gain of 4. I thought it was a gain of 3, but it's 2nd and 6 here. And looks like this is not good, folks. This is not good. It's an injury timeout. Neither team's taking a timeout. The Chiefs' second-year linebacker, Nick Bolton, is on the ground. He's taken a knee, and the training staff is surrounding him. He's moving around like it's an issue with his back. This is not good. If you're a Chiefs fan, you're probably upset that Bolton did not go to the Pro Bowl, deserved to go to the Pro Bowl, easily the leading tackler on the Kansas City Chiefs. I believe he's 3rd in the NFL in tackle. So big blow to the Kansas City Chiefs as Denver's just moving right down the field, making this an interesting game here. Funk, how you doing today, buddy? Have a good show. And sorry, let's go Broncos. It's a draft position thing. And by the way, I understand completely. What Funk's saying by it's a draft position thing is that the Denver Broncos, if they win, their first round pick goes to Seattle. So with a win, that draft pick will go lower, where the Lions' first draft pick will be the Rams. So they really need that position to flip-flop. So that's what he's saying with the draft position. So I understand completely. Even though the Chiefs are your AFC team, I know the Lions are your NFC team. So, Funk, thank you very much for joining me today. I get it. James, thank you joining in, brother. I really appreciate it. Also provides with an updates with a touchdown. Let's go. So actually with that touchdown, the score to that game is now Detroit is taking the lead. It's now 14-10 with 14:24 left in the second quarter. So that is actually one other score update. The Miami Dolphins have tied it up. It's 7-7 now, 14:52 left in the second quarter there. So we have with Swift with the TD, the Detroit Lions get the first lead of the day here. So that's a big deal for the Detroit Lions. As the Detroit Lions, even though they started the season 1-6, they now have an opportunity. Now they need some help. They need some help, but they have an opportunity with a win today to make the playoffs. And Washington's helping out as they're currently behind the Cleveland Browns 3-0. So things are looking good for the Lions early on. That's the only score update we have. Nick Bolton, we're resuming play here. Nick Bolton jumped out. He's off the field. He's talking to training staff. Somebody else is holding his helmet. That's not a good sign. Russell Wilson's under center. It's 2nd and 7 here. He's got 2 tight ends each side, both wide receivers on the right side. Chase Edmonds in the backfield. It looks like play action pass to Edmonds. Russell Wilson scrambling around, just throws the ball out of bounds. It looks like they were banking on the play action to really cause some confusion. Kansas City was ready for it. So Russell Wilson, when it looked like he didn't have an opportunity to run the ball, just threw the ball out of bounds. So it'll be 3rd and 7. The Denver Broncos are in field goal range. The weather is very nice in Kansas City today, is over 50. Last week it was below freezing, but this week it's over 50. So the Denver Broncos are in field goal range. It's going to be 3rd and 7. Nick Bolton is actually back in the game here. So that's a little that's very good news for the Kansas City Chiefs. Russell Wilson takes the shotgun snap. Chris Jones quickly got into the inside. Russell Wilson goes to the outside, and it's an incomplete pass. Looked like he was trying to get Albert O, the former Missouri Tiger, there on a crossing route. Broke up by Byron Cook, the Chiefs' second-year player. And so what happened is Chris Jones immediately got inside, and Russell Wilson jumped to the outside. Russell Wilson got hit hard by Justin Reed, the Chiefs' safety. It was a good play. It was a good pass. Gave Alberto a solid chance to catch the ball. Kansas City Chiefs are ready for this. So it's going to be a 49-yard field goal, definitely in Brandon McManus's range here. The kick is up, and it looks good. So the Kansas City Chiefs lead cut to 3 with a really impressive Broncos drive that took up over 6 minutes here. And this is the Denver Broncos game plan. What they want to do is they want to eat the clock, keep Mahomes on the sidelines, and try to keep this game close going into the fourth quarter, where they're hoping that Russell Wilson's ability to run the ball, plus the dual Murray Edmonds duo can open up enough holes to go ahead and win this game. They don't have the tools or the weapons to win in a shootout. With the offensive line injuries, you don't want that pass rush, because the last play, that 3rd and 7, Chris Jones took an inside move and blew this play completely up. Russell Wilson actually had a great play just getting to the outside and making a play. Justin Reed, brutal hit on Russell Wilson. So Russell Wilson is taking some punishment, definitely showing some guts here as he's doing his best to try to get Denver a win here. James Willis, I realize you're talking Chiefs, but the Lions score I want to let you know about. No, please, James, listen, anytime they score, that's the reason why I have everybody in the chat, is because I want you guys to give me updates. I was having Slasher last week give me updates on several games. He's not available today. Hopefully he didn't have too much fun. So please give us updates here. You know, we got some Lions love here, so I definitely like some updates. I do have DraftKings pulled up, so I'll give you updates via DraftKings. The gambling sites will have the more up-to-the-date information than TV, so it will be a little faster. And then this is a very interesting statistic. Fields, 5 carries, 105 yards. Wow, Justin Fields, fantastic running the ball. He I believe this gives him the single season rushing record for quarterback. He broke, I believe it was Lamar Jackson's record. I don't have the exact numbers up available, but I believe Lamar Jackson held the record with 1,249 yards. So Justin Fields broke that. Very impressive by Justin Fields. As Chicago looks like they got their quarterback. Now they just have to fix everything else. So yes. Thank you so much. And I want the updates. So I can't thank you enough, James. Thank you so much. I want to make sure I don't miss anything here. So we're back to action here as Denver's getting ready to kick off. Russell Wilson's on the sidelines with Clint Kubiak. Looks like they're getting ready. Pacheco's back in the end zone, and the Kansas City Chiefs are going to start on the 25-yard line. So the score is 6-3, 10:46 left in the second quarter. They're now showing on the screen here Kansas City's what they need to do in order to win the 1 seed, and they need some help. Of course, they're cheering for Cincinnati next week. So we got 1st and 10 on the 25-yard line here. Patrick Mahomes is going to be under center here. Fakes end around. Pacheco right up the middle, gets a gain of 5. Pacheco just runs so hard. When he gets hit, he always powers forward. So does a fantastic job. It looked like he was stopped after a gain of 5, but his extra effort got him an extra yard. So it looks like it's going to be 2nd and 4 here for the Kansas City Chiefs once play resumes. 2nd and 4, Mahomes is in shotgun. Pacheco's to Mahomes' right, trips to the right. Quick screen pass to Sky Moore. Sky Moore gets the first down. And what they're doing is they're just doing these quick slip screens to Sky Moore, and they're just letting him use his natural athletic ability to run the ball. He was a former quarterback. And then he switched over to the defensive side of the ball once he got to college. By the way, little tip, if you're a college wide receiver and you're 6 foot, go over to the defensive side of the ball. They did just the opposite. He looks like a running back out there, so they're giving him some quick slip screens. Great job by Sky Moore getting the first down. So it's a 1st and 10 for the Kansas City Chiefs on the 40-yard line. Mahomes shotgun, back to pass. Got plenty of time, scrambles up. Goes deep, and it's Kadarius Toney, gets the ball, breaks a tackle. He's at the 30, he's at the 25, he's still on his feet at the 21-yard line where he is gang tackled. Great play by Kadarius Toney. So what the drill was is Kadarius Toney makes a great catch, breaks a tackle, gets another 10 yards. Patrick Mahomes did have Juju Smith-Schuster for a first down, went deep to Kadarius Toney, who should have been tackled at the 30, breaks free of the tackle, gets another, it looks like 11 yards. This is a great play as he just breaks that tackle, gets another 10 yards. Patrick Mahomes, 11 out of 12 for 120 yards. So it's going to be 1st and 10 just outside the red zone here. It's going to be on the 23. Patrick Mahomes back to pass here. Nobody open. He's scrambling around. Flips it to Kelsey, who's at the 10-yard line. Wow, what a great play. So Mahomes just scrambling around, flips it out to Kelsey for the first down. It's going to be 1st and goal at the 10-yard line. Josie Jewell is down, and for whatever reason, they're putting Josie Jewell one-on-one with Kelsey. I don't understand why they're doing this. But it doesn't make any sense. They are just not really paying attention. Okay, my mistake. So what they did is that they had Josie Jewell and Patrick Surtain to kind of bracketing. And then when Patrick Mahomes started scrambling, Kelsey went one way, Surtain went the other. And Kelsey tried to hurdle defensive back, but was tackled at the 10-yard line. So it's 1st and 10. 8:21 left, and it looks like Mathis is down for the Denver Broncos. He's getting up under his own powers, walking off the field. So if you're tuning in late, Kansas City is up 6-3. Kansas City missed a extra point on their first drive to make it 6-3. Denver's offense was looking terrible until the last drive. They got a field goal. So it's going to be 1st and down. Mahomes is in shotgun formation here. Kelsey motion goes back to the left side. Patrick Mahomes back to pass. He's scrambling around. Nobody's around him right now. Patrick Mahomes sidewinder, almost caught by Juju in the end zone. It was one of those Mahomes types of sidewinding passes. Only a second incompletion of the game here. Great coverage here on Denver, and they're showing a replay here, and it's just basically just 2 inches away from being a touchdown. So Kansas City 2nd and goal here. 30 red zone touchdown passes this season, most in the NFL. 6-3 Kinsey's up, 8:01 left in second. Second and goal from the 10-yard line here. Patrick Mahomes in shotgun formation, back to pass, back shoulder, and Kareem Jackson is ready for it. They tried a back shoulder throw to MVS, and Kareem Jackson, fantastic coverage here. This was great. I mean, you can't do any better than that. You really can't do any better. I think there's going to be some Chiefs fans are going to be clamoring for interference. No, it's just great coverage. Kareem Jackson, excellent play, one-on-one as they try to back shoulder to MVS. So it's going to be third and goal from the 10. And Patrick Mahomes will be in shotgun formation. Kelsey will be the lone receiver to the left, trips to the right. Jared McKinnon in the backfield. Pressure on Mahomes. Mahomes scramble, sidewinder. And all know it's an interception. Oh, man, Justin Simmons, the great safety, had a phenomenal play, interception in the end zone. And Broncos fans are talking trash to the fans. This was a great play by Justin Simmons, who just came out of nowhere. Mahomes thought Justin Watson was alone in the end zone, and Patrick Mahomes knows that Justin Simmons got him. Great play by Justin Simmons. He was doing what's called a trail technique. He was trailing the wide receiver. He was just trailing the wide receiver, jumped the route. Great play by Justin Simmons. If you want to, be upset at Patrick Mahomes, that's just a Pro Bowl play by Justin Simmons. Did what's called a trail technique, kind of baited Mahomes. Big play by Justin Simmons. Great play by Justin Simmons. No, it's not good that you threw an interception, but bottom line, just phenomenal play. Just phenomenal play. Field surpasses Michael Vick's rush record. I actually thought it was Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick. So it is Lamar Jackson. Top three rushing quarterbacks: Lamar Jackson 1,200, Justin Fields 1076, Michael Vick 1031. I think. I believe Fields had over 1,000 already, and so I'll have to look that up at halftime. Who has that? I'm gonna actually put a pin on that. Excuse me. Don't look now, but the defense got a stop. Field goal. Had a 60-yard plus run, but got up looking like he was hurting a little. Jenkins has been slow to get up. Wants another lineman just as slow to get up. So it looks like Detroit is banged up here, but they are winning 14-0, so that's a good thing. And James, I'm going to do some research on this because I think that Justin Fields had over I want to say over 1,100, but if he had 100 today, I think he broke Lamar Jackson's record already. I don't know this for a fact. So if you're watching the game, keep me informed. They'll probably show that statistic sooner or later. Just do some I'm going to recap all the games around the league here. Carolina is now up 14-0 in Raymond James Stadium. 7:45 left in the second. Carolina up 14-0. Arizona's up 10-7 in Atlanta. 3:59 left in the second quarter. We, as the before mentioned, Detroit Lions and Chicago Bears scores 14-0. Detroit has got the lead. 11:14 left in the second. The New York Giants are now up 13-3 against Indianapolis Colts. 4:21 left in the second. Miami and New England's tied at 7, 11-18 in the second. And Jacksonville is up 14-0, 12:21 left in the second. Cleveland is up 3-0 over Washington, 11:45 left in the second. So we're back to live action here. Things took off quick, and Jerry Jeudy got the first down reception here. So I apologize. I missed that play, but they hurried up and got everything ready. So it's 2nd and 7 as Jerry Jeudy got a quick reception. Kudos to the Denver Broncos making a fantastic play here. Great job by Justin Simmons. So it's going to be 2nd and 7 here. Russell Wilson under center here. Back motions from the bottom to the top. So you got two receivers. Jerry Jeudy now motions from the bottom to the top. Fake the handoff to Jerry Jeudy. Russell Wilson is sacked. He's going to lose about 3 yards. Dunlap and Karliftis tag teamed it there, and they may give this all to Karliftis, but it was really a tag team between Karliftis and Dunlap. Great move here is what they did is they tried some motion to kind of confuse the Chiefs' defensive line, and it didn't work at all. Carlos Dunlap just blows up the whole play. To be honest, so the way it's going to work, Karliftis is going to get credit for the sack, but it's Dunlap going on the inside, blowing up the whole play. So it's 3rd and 10. Russell Wilson's going to be in shotgun formation. Sutton's on the bottom with I apologize. Sutton's going to get the first down reception. So Sutton was on the bottom there, number 9, and I drew a complete blank on number 9. Drew a complete blank on that wide receiver's name. It wasn't Virgil. I believe it was Brent. No, I got the name wrong, so I apologize. But Russell Wilson took a hit at the end of this play. Nothing illegal, but a nice shot by Dana. So it's going to be 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Nice play by Sutton to get the first down. And Kansas City Chiefs brought some heat as they brought safety Justin Reed there, who puts enough pressure on Russell Wilson. Didn't get the sack, but batted down the play here. So nice. So what Kansas City's doing is now they're bringing more pressure for the Denver Broncos, because Russell Wilson's taking some big shots already, and they're getting pressure with just 4. Frank Clark's back in, Dunlap's out. Looks like Karliftis is on the other side here. So it's 2nd and 10 for the Denver Broncos here. Shotgun formation, Chase Edmonds is to the right. Latavius Murray to the left, fakes the direct run for Russell Wilson. Chase Edmonds goes around to the left and gets a gain of 2. So it's going to be 3rd and 8 here. What they're doing this possession is actually really interesting. You're using a lot of motion to try to shift things around and try to confuse the defense. The defense has really responded well. It's going to be 3rd and 6 here as the Denver Broncos try to get this very key 3rd down conversion here. It's on the 40-yard line. Russell Wilson's going to be in shotgun formation. Arrowhead is starting to get loud. Looks like Edmonds is to his left. And 3 wide receivers to the bottom of the screen here. Pressure on Russell Wilson. Deflected at the line of scrimmage. Almost intercepted. I can't tell who got the deflection for the Kansas City Chiefs, but Russell Wilson's just scrambling around. Tried to throw the ball. The pass was deflected. They're going to show this on a replay. It looks like it was inside linebacker Nick Bolton who was putting pressure on Russell Wilson, kind of a delayed blitz. It wasn't really blitzing, but he was being used as a spy. So Denver Broncos are going to punt here. It's 4th and 6 on the 40. Keep in mind, Jerry Rossblum, the interim head coach, is a longtime special teams coordinator. Cardavius Toney takes the punt at the 5, breaks a tackle, fumbles the ball. Oh, my God, this is the disaster. He was making some moves, fumbled the ball. Denver recovers on the 14-yard line. What a big play for the Denver Broncos. Oh, man, and what a nice strip of Cardavius Toney. So the Denver Broncos will get 1st and 10 on the 16, not the 14. I got the yardage markers mixed up. So Denver Broncos get the turnover. This is exactly what they needed. They're struggling on offense, so they're now inside the red zone. You got to win the playoff battle. And Jerry Rossblum, he was a longtime special teams coach, so be cautious of some trick plays on special teams for the Denver Broncos. 2 turnovers to Kansas City, none against Denver. This is how you beat a heavily favored team, is you got to win the turnover battle, and Denver's doing that. So shotgun formation, Russell Wilson, direct snap, or actually Russell Wilson's going to take direct run, and he scores a touchdown. So there was a running back and a wide receiver on each side, fakes a handoff, runs an end around. They're using Russell Wilson running the ball, and Denver Broncos are now taking the lead. Is now 9-6. A nice play call by the Denver Broncos. So it was a fake to Latavius Murray, and then just a run end around, and Kansas City, who I've given a lot of credit for, was not ready for that play, even though Denver's already run it. Russell Wilson, 3 carries, 23 yards, and a touchdown early on. So with 4:40 left in the second quarter, Kansas City is now down 9-6 with Denver getting ready to kick the extra point. The extra point's up and away, so it would be Denver Broncos 10, Kansas City 6 with 4:40 left in the second. Keep in mind, Kansas City will get the ball to start the second half, so that is a big plus. But this is how you lose to a heavy underdog, is you lose the turnover battle, then some creative play calling by the Denver Broncos. Kudos to Denver Broncos here. So really, really, really big time plays by the Denver Broncos. Denver's come ready to play. So Denver's up 10-6 here as we go to commercial break here. Some great comments here by my Detroit Lions fans. Well, it's flashing. Okay, that's okay. Don't worry about it. If I get a chance during halftime, we'll look it up. But I believe Justin Fields has a great opportunity here to get the all-time single-season rushing record for a quarterback. So what do I think about the Vikings-Packers game? It's going to be a great game. If you checked out my video, I don't have it in the description below, but I do a weekly picks video. I also have a shorts video where I give the line on the game, and then I predict the winner. I don't have logic behind it, but I do like Green Bay here. I think Green Bay gets it done at home, and I'm hoping Detroit gets it done, and I hope that Detroit and Green Bay, the winner gets the playoffs and the loser goes home, because it'd just be great football. The three people that got up all slow are Bears, Bud. Okay. Oh, okay. Good. Well, not good, but good for Lions fans. Pascal just sacked Fields for his first NFL sack. That's a good thing. Bears 10, Lions 14. Funk, great news for the Lions. 4 sack on Fields, and James Houston just sacked him through the OT. Okay. Oh, just trucked him through the OT. Okay, Houston, get your James Houston jersey now. I believe he's an undrafted rookie free agent from an HBCU school. I knew almost nothing about him. Then you guys start telling me about him, but he just flashes and gets sacks. So James Fack is looking like what people hope Will Anderson will be. That's high praise. High praise. Jameson Williams targeted twice, but so far no catches. James, the best part of the 2 targets they weren't just deep shots. They have been massaging Fields' thigh on the sideline, so Fields is banged up. So it looks like not only does Detroit have to lead, the Chicago is getting more and more banged up. And on that run, this is kind of interesting. On that run, Russell Wilson surpassed Randall Cunningham for most yards rushing all-time by quarterback. Russell Wilson now has 4,944 all-time rushing yards. Randall Cunningham, 4,928. So on that carry, Russell Wilson surpassed Randall Cunningham for most yards rushing by quarterback. He's third all-time. So Kansas City is going to get the ball in the 25 as this kick through the end zone. And a game that was really one-sided in Kansas City thanks to an interception and a fumble on a punt return. Denver Broncos now have the lead 10-6, 4:40 left. In the first half, 1st and 10 for the Kansas City Chiefs. So Kansas City Chiefs, remember, do get the ball first in the second half. That's very, very big. Patrick Mahomes is going to be in shotgun formation, 12 out of 16, 132. Does have that costly interception. Gerald McKinnon's going to be to his left, 2 tight ends to the right, 2 wide receivers on the left. And Patrick Mahomes fakes the handoff to McKinnon, wants to go deep, does go deep. Kadarius Toney, diving catch in Denver territory. It looks like it's going to be a 27-yard gain. Nice catch by Toney. He wants to definitely make up for that fumble. A very explosive player. Very nice play call here as they fake the handoff, and then it's just crossing routes all over. Kadarius Toney makes a very nice catch. We are now in Denver territory, 1st and 10. So that quick, the Kansas City Chiefs invade Denver territory. It's going to be 1st and 10 on the 48. And Mahomes is in shotgun formation. Handoff to Pacheco. Goes around to the right side. Nothing there. Cuts back inside for a gain of 1. And there's a late flag on the play. This is going to be very interesting to see what's going on here. It looks like it's going to be holding against Kansas City. Very unusual that it was called so late. Trey Smith is going to be the one who's going to be called for the hold, so it's going to be 1st and 20 as Chiefs backtrack out of Denver territory into their own territory. Very penalty-free day, as that's only a second penalty, both of them on Kansas City. 1st and 20 for Kansas City Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes is in shotgun. Jared McKinnon's to his right, back to pass. Quick play to Danny Gray, the backup tight end, gets about 15. They really weren't ready for this at all. I guess they, for whatever reason, when the tight ends run short routes, the Denver Broncos really aren't paying attention to it. So he picked up 12 right there, a nice gain for Noah. I'm sorry, I said Danny Gray. It's Noah Gray, former 5th-round pick out of Duke. So 2nd and 8, Patrick Mahomes in shotgun, empty formation. 3 wide receivers to his right, which includes Kelsey, 2 to his left. Patrick Mahomes back to pass, scrambling around. Gets rid of the ball. It's going to be a 1st down. Wide open, Gerald McKinnon breaking some tackles. Spin move to the 20-yard line. He caught the ball originally at the 30, spun, broke some tackles, had an additional spin move, got inside the red zone. So that fast Kansas City is inside the red zone here. And this is just another classic Mahomes scrambling around, waiting to see his guy. McKinnon catches the ball at the 30. Had some nice juke moves, then had a nice spin move to get inside the 20. So big time play by Jared McKinnon there as the Kansas City Chiefs are now inside the red zone. It's going to be 1st and 10 on the 18-yard line. Patrick Mahomes in shotgun formation. Jared McKinnon to his left. Pop past Kadarius Toney, who goes from the bottom to the from the top to the bottom of the screen. Catches a quick pop pass, which they used last week to score a touchdown. Just got a quick 3 yards, and it looks like Kansas City's going to let this go to the 2-minute warning, where it'll be 2nd and 7 on the 15-yard line, and we are at the 2-minute warning. Folks, in a surprise, Denver 10, Kansas City 6, and we are at the 2-minute warning. So we got a good one here in Kansas City. Got some great comments here. Brock Wright touchdown. Let's go. 6th-round pick. Kid played at Florida State, an off-ball linebacker, then transferred to Jackson State to be coached by Deion. Deion moved him to outside linebacker and told him, if you want to make it, that's the way. Yes, I noticed that. I hope he'll get another chance. He's been playing since I've seen him on the field. Golf just didn't throw to him. He's talking about Jamison Williams, the 1st-round draft pick, the 12th overall pick out of Alabama. He was injured in the national championship game. Wasn't going to play the majority of this year. Originally, they were hoping that he would be able to come back and play earlier this year. He hasn't been able to, but he's starting to get some plays. First catch went for a 42-yard touchdown. The Lions drafted him, pinned him back off ball the first half of the season. He was stuck on the practice squad, and then when he got put back as a pass rusher, he made the lineup. James, the first throw was definitely behind him on the screen, and Goff did the right thing and turfed it. Okay, so it wasn't really a target. He was just, throwing the ball away. And that's a good thing. It sounds like what they're doing is really good. And if I saw the updates correctly, Detroit did score a touchdown. So you have to let me know who scored that touchdown. But right now, Detroit is now up 21-10, 3:41 left in the second. Some other updates: Tampa Bay got on the board. It's now 14-7, heading to the 2-minute warning. 2:10 left. Atlanta 14, Arizona 10, inside the 2-minute warning. 1:47. Saints are up 13-0 in Philly. 1:59 left in the second. Giants now 21-3, 1:45 left in the second. New England and Miami's tied up at 7. Jacksonville is now up 21-0 over Houston. Unfortunately, Jacksonville cannot clinch the South with a win. They still need to beat Tennessee next week. Washington is now taking a 7-3 lead. 21 seconds left in the second quarter. They're up 7-3 over the Cleveland Browns. So great Great series of games early on, some really good ones, including a major upset in the making right here as the Denver Broncos are up 10-6 on the Kansas City Chiefs. The Denver Broncos have been playing some really good ball. They came out very sluggish. Kansas City scored on the opening possession, but since then it's been all Denver. Patrick Mahomes, 1 interception, Kadarius Toney a fumble, shotgun snap, Patrick Mahomes back to pass. And he's going to just throw this straight into the ground. Denver Broncos are running around like it's a potential fumble. It is definitely not a fumble. As Patrick Mahomes just threw the ball right into the ground. They're showing a highlight here. It looks like Nick Foles was back to pass. Landon Collins got a pick 6 to make the score 21-3. As the Giants are in the playoffs no matter what, trying to improve their positioning. Which would be really tough to do. But we were 3rd and 7 here. Denver's up 10-6. 3rd and 7 on the 15. Patrick Mahomes is in shotgun formation. Jared McKinnon to his left. Travis Kelce shifted from the bottom to the top. Patrick Mahomes back to pass. Throws the ball, and there's a flag on the play. Travis Kelce has his hand up in the air. It looks like he was held because Patrick Mahomes threw the ball to the outside. Travis Kelce went to the inside. It looks like it's going to be holding on the Denver Broncos here, and they're going to take a look here. And basically, Travis Kelce wasn't held. He was basically tackled. That's why Travis Kelce has his hands up in the air. So what this is really smart is that what happened is once Travis Kelce was tackled, Mahomes threw the ball to attract attention to that to make sure that the flag was called. So it's going to be a 1st and goal for the Kansas City Chiefs. 1:52 left in the second quarter. It's going to be 1st and goal on the 10-yard line. Kansas City really wants to get a touchdown here. They do not want to get a field goal. They really want to take the lead. Remember, the Kansas City Chiefs do get the ball for a second half. Screenplay to McKinnon. He's behind Creed Humphrey. And nice play by the Denver linebacker here. I can't even see who he was. It was Josie Jewell who just flew in there. So the way it worked, this is a great screenplay. And Creed Humphrey, the Chiefs Pro Bowl center, was out blocking for him, and Josie Jewell just came out of nowhere and made the tackle. So it's going to be 2nd and goal on the 5-yard line. This could have been a touchdown because Creed Humphrey was right in front of him. Creed Humphrey blocked the only player between McKinnon and the end zone, but Josie Jewell just flew out and made the tackle. It's actually a 2nd and goal from the 6, not the 5-yard line. Patrick Mahomes in shotgun formation. Gerald McKinnon to his left. 3 wide receivers to the right-hand side. Denver blitzes. Gerald McKinnon gets the ball. This is going to be a walk-in touchdown. Great call. So what happened is the Denver Broncos blitzed on what would be Patrick Mahomes' left. He just dumped it out to the right side. McKinnon just walked into the end zone. So Kansas City regains the lead. They are now up 10-12 with the extra point pending. And what they did is they put heavy pressure on Mahomes, which is not smart. And McKinnon just walks right in the end zone. When they blitzed, they didn't have anybody to go ahead and get that reception. Gerald McKinnon, the first running back of a receiving touchdown in 5 straight games since Billy Hunley of the Detroit Lions in 1960. I did not know that. What an interesting statistic here. And the extra point is up and good this time. So with 1:02 left in the second quarter, it'll be Kansas City 13. Kansas City 13, Denver 10. Man, what a big one. Fields just got trucked and coughed up the ball. Lions recover right as 2, Swift as 1. James Houston just caused a fumble on field, and Hutch recovered. Houston again. Folks, if you're not familiar with the Detroit Lions, I'm telling you this right now. I thought he was an undrafted rookie. He's a 6th-round pick. They got him at Jackson State, the former Florida State transfer, wanted to go to be coached by Dion. And this guy's just been blowing up. I mean, this guy has just been blowing up. So you get a guy who's opposite the 2nd pick overall, Aiden Hutchinson, who's really making an impact for the Detroit Lions. So a big draft. This, by the way, I blasted the Detroit Lions. I gave them a C- grade on the draft. It looks like they have one of the better drafts. I'm still not fond of the Jameson trade. You could have had Christian Watson, but still, that's no big deal. Did Jones, the Bears DB, just KO himself trying to take down St. Brown? The Bears are getting beat up in this game. 2 offensive linemen out now. DB may get concussion protocol. Wow, that is a big loss for the Chicago Bears. Chicago Bears are trying to position themselves to get the number 1 pick in the draft. Currently, they have the number 2 pick in the draft. Houston is not cooperating as they are down 21-0. I'm going to try to go through this really fast because I want to make sure I don't miss anything for the last minute of the game. Carolina is inside the 2-minute warning here. They are up 14-7, 157 left in the second. Atlanta and Carolina. Atlanta's up 14-10, 27 seconds left in half. Detroit's up 21-10, 113 in the second. Saints and Eagles are at halftime. Saints are up 13-0. Giants up 21-3, 48 seconds left in the second. Miami and New England, 2-minute warning. It is all sevens. And Jacksonville is still up 21-0, 2:58 left in the second. And Washington is up 7-3. We are now at half. So Washington doing its best to keep their playoff lives alive, much to the chagrin of the Detroit Lions. So a lot of games closing up to half, a few already there. When play resumes here, it'll be about a minute left. Kansas City just took the lead here on a Jared McKinnon touchdown from Patrick Mahomes. If you tuned in late, you don't know what's going on. Patrick Mahomes threw an interception in the end zone to a Pro Bowl safety. He may have not gone to the Pro Bowl, deserved to go to a Pro Bowl. Justin Simmons, fantastic play. Then after Denver had to punt the ball, Cardavius Toney fumbles the punt. And Denver recovers, scores a touchdown. They are up 10-6. Kansas City just scored a touchdown, and Denver is getting the ball here. Keep in mind, Kansas City will get the ball first in the second half. So Denver, it'll be interesting to see what they do because there is a minute left. You don't want to give this Kansas City Chiefs another opportunity to score. This was just, by the way, a great play call. They're showing a replay on this. So all 3 receivers that were to the right cut to the inside. And then when they blitzed, nobody was there on the right side. This is an easy touchdown. Denver has 101 total yards. Kansas City has 231. Patrick Mahomes over 200 yards passing in the first half alone. Russell Wilson's in shotgun formation here. Looks like they are going to get aggressive. Frank Clark almost sacks the quarterback. Very smart play by Frank Clark. Once the ball was released, instead of hitting Russell Wilson, just put his hands up, didn't even try to hit him, completely blew this play up. So what happened is Russell Wilson had to throw the ball to the outlet, only got 1 yard, and stopped the clock, which may actually be a good thing for Kansas City. Both teams have all 3 timeouts remaining. Don't be surprised if it's 3rd and long if Kansas City takes a timeout here. Russell Wilson, 4 wide receivers, Chase Edmonds to his right, shotgun formation, quick, and oh, man. Albert O, former MU Tiger, was open after a 5. Basically, it was just very simple pitch and catch, 5 yards, turn around, just dropped it. So Kansas City does not have to use a timeout. Kansas City still has 3 timeouts remaining. Denver has 3 timeouts. 3rd and 9. So you got to be aggressive here. You want to make sure that you try to get the first down because you don't want to give Kansas City the ball back. 54 seconds is a lifetime for Patrick Mahomes. So even though the score is close, Denver Broncos offense has struggled. The Kansas City Chiefs offense has not. So it's going to be 3rd and 9. Russell Wilson will be in shotgun. Chase Edmonds to his left, 4 wide receivers, 2 on each side. 1 on this play clock, the ball snapped. Russell Wilson, Chase Edmonds wide open, catching the ball is at midfield. Big play by the Denver Broncos. Nobody covered Chase Edmonds. This was very simple. Chase Edmonds just did a little hook route, just sat himself in the middle, caught the pass by Russell Wilson. 1st and 10 inside Kansas City territory, 41 seconds left, and Denver will take a timeout. Denver is, to be perfectly honest, Denver is in field goal range. McManus can nail it. This would be about 58, 59-yard field goal. So technically they are in field goal range, and Denver has to believe that. It's going to be very interesting to see if they go ahead and get extremely aggressive here and try to score a touchdown because they do have 43 seconds and they do have 2 timeouts. Big time play by the Denver Broncos here to try to make this an interesting game here. Remember, Kansas City does get the ball first in the second half. So First and 10, they actually added 2 seconds on. So it's going to be 43 seconds left and a half, 2 timeouts remaining for the Denver Broncos. The ball is actually on the 47 yard line. So the field goal would actually be 65. So they probably need to get another first down before they need to think about a field goal here. Russell Wilson back to pass shotgun formation, and Sutton catches the in route. It's a gain of 8, and they are not going to call a timeout here. Oh, actually, they are going to call a timeout. It looked like this was kind of sloppy because what happened is when Sutton caught the ball, he went down immediately, and he ran towards the official. They left a few seconds on the clock, so it may not sound like a lot, but really they left about 3 to 4 seconds here ticked down before they called the timeout, so they weren't really on board. But it's going to be 2nd and 2 with 36 seconds remaining. They could have they did leave a few seconds because this is a very quick route. It was kind of just I call it an in route. You can call it a slant, but it was just a really quick pitch and catch between Sutton and Wilson. And Sutton looked like he thought that they were going to go ahead and have the clock move. It turned out to be that's not what was going on, as they called a timeout after a few more seconds eclipsed. So 36 seconds left, 2nd and 2 from the Chiefs 39. Russell Wilson's in shotgun formation. Chase Edmonds is to his left, 4 wide receivers. Actually, it's the slot wide receiver is a tight end. Sutton gets a first down. The Kansas City Chiefs hold him up as they try to strip the ball. It's going to be a first down. They are definitely in field goal range now. They're actually on the 28. Now they're going to let the clock tick. It's under 20. Russell Wilson takes a snap with 19 seconds. It's a fumble. Is that a fumble? The Chiefs picked it up. This could be a fumble. So what happened is he was moving the arm forward, and they're now motioning that it is Kansas City's ball. Big play by the Kansas City Chiefs. It looked like they're going to review this. So it looks like it was Karlaftis so Karlaftis and a corner blitz, Trent McDuffie. This is a fumble, folks. So the ball, he was moving forward, but this is 100% a fumble. And what happened is it was a corner blitz. Trent McDuffie went ahead, got inside, got a clean shot. The ball, his arm is moving forward, but this is definitely going to be a fumble. They are looking at it right now. And what happened is the Chiefs get a lot. By the way, this is a big play that you probably won't hear about, but Chase Edmonds sprinted over. There was about 4 Chiefs when George Karlaftis picked up the fumble. What happened is that the other Chiefs players were trying to pick him up to get him to run because there was nobody between him and the end zone. Chase Edmonds sprinted over to get a hand on George Karlaftis. George Karlaftis and Mike Hanna fell on the fumble, but there was a good chance that if whoever picks up the ball here for the Kansas City Chiefs picks up the ball, he could have scored. There was nobody there. Chase Edmonds made a huge play sprinting over because once the ball came loose, a lot of the Denver Broncos are showing a replay. The Denver offensive lineman just stood there like they thought it was going to be an incomplete pass. The Denver Broncos are indicating that they believe it's an incomplete pass, not a fumble. This is a fumble, folks. I'm telling you this right now. Trent McDuffie gets his arm just as it's moving forward. This is not an incomplete pass. This will be a fumble. The fumble is what's called on the field. And they're showing this again. And I'm telling you right now, this is going to be a fumble. And I cannot emphasize Chase Edmonds might have saved. They're not showing it, but Chase Edmonds probably saved a potential touchdown here because the Denver Broncos offensive linemen were just standing around. There were 4 Chiefs that flew to the ball, and nobody was around those 4 players, and then Chase Edmonds came on. The call on the field is a Denver fumble, and now we're going to receive the official word from the booth here, and the play is going to the call stands as I knew it would be. Denver Broncos really missed a big opportunity. Chase Edmonds also made a massive play that they're probably not going to talk about because there was 4 Kansas City Chiefs. Nobody was around, and Chase Edmonds flew in and touched I believe it was George Karlaftis who was down. George Karlaftis and Mike Hanna both dove on the ball. And so it's going to be 1st and 10 on the 40-yard line, 11 seconds left. The Chiefs have 3 timeouts. The Chiefs are in shotgun formation. Travis Kelce to the left side, 3 wide receivers to the right. Patrick Mahomes is back to pass. You know the Chiefs are going to be aggressive. Ball is downfield, and it's caught. Justin Watson Nice reception by Justin Watson. Catches the ball, rolls out of bounds. So it's 1st and 10. Mahomes wants to keep going forward, but they are not. This is a great. Oh, you could not do this any better, folks. What 25-yard out route by Justin Watson dropped right in the breadbasket, and Patrick Mahomes looks upset because he wants to take another shot downfield. This play is under review. I'm not exactly sure why. Now, keep in mind, Justin Watson went down to the ground. His knee was on the ground, out of bounds. They're trying to say that the ball. I see what's going on. This is going to be a catch, folks. But they're calling the field as a Kansas City completion. What it is that his hands are right, kind of like this. So the ball does hit the ground, but his hands are clearly underneath it. They are looking at this, and they're showing the replay again because there is a chance that this might not be considered a catch. I think it's an excellent reception. Here's the deal. He catches the ball. His knee hits the ground. Then as they are out of bounds, the ball does hit the ground while his hands are on the ball. So they're trying to establish they did have possession before he caught the ball. This is going to be a catch, folks. So even though the play is under review, this is going to be a completion here. They're probably going to look at this for a little bit, but it was a catch on the field. If it was ruled a catch, if this was ruled a incompletion on the field, there may not be enough to overturn this, but this looks like a catch. It was called a catch on the field, and it was a catch on what looks like it's going to be the 33-yard line, so well within Harrison Butker's range. It looks like it'll be about 50-yard field goal attempt if the play does stand, which I firmly believe it will. It was a play. It was a catch on the field. They keep showing it. And there's not really any disputable evidence to overturn this. Now, keep in mind, if they called this an incompletion, it might be difficult to overturn, but because it was a catch on the field, I fully expect that this will be a completion. So the official word is coming out here, and the call does stand. So it will be a Kansas City ball with 5 seconds left on the 33-yard line. It looks like Harrison Butker will line up for a 50 or 51-yard field goal. Everybody's giving Justin Watson high fives. It was a great catch, great throw. Harrison Butker, 17 out of 22 this season, a long of 62, definitely within his range. This will be about a 50 or a 51-yard field goal. We're going to see where it lines up at. It's going to be the 51-yard line, so 5 seconds left. Kansas City, by the way, does get the ball to start the second half. So as clock ticks down, Butker's kick is, and I don't know what happened. It's no good. I don't know if this was a shank or if this was blocked. Butker and Townsend are talking to each other, but this looked ugly from the get-go. It didn't come up. Normally when you see a punt, it comes end over end. This came out sideways, and Butker's talking to the special teams coach. They're not going to show a replay of this. My guess is that the snap was not a good snap, and they didn't get the ball lined up right because this just left his foot going sideways and off to the left. So the score at halftime is Kansas City 13, Denver 10, and Kansas City will get the ball to start the second half. So that is good news for Kansas City Chiefs fans. Lots of comments here. Goff has only made 2 bad throws today, no bad decisions, 15 out of 19 for him today, and the Lions are back in the red zone. This is awesome. Fields is in the tent after the hit that caused the fumble. Fields being checked for a concussion. Yes, the tent was brought to Fields. I hope this doesn't mean Tim Boyle is going to play. He's still a Bear, I think. I actually don't know who the backup quarterback is for the Chicago Bears. Tim Boyle spent some time in Detroit, so that's why Lions fans know about him. 24-10, 10-ish seconds left in the half, 17 seconds. The Lions defense definitely stepped up. Damn ball at midfield, 7 seconds. Hutch has his 3rd pick of the year. Oh my God. Aiden Hutchinson's playing like a madman. If Sauce Gardner wasn't arguably the best corner in football, Hutchinson would easily be Defensive Rookie of the Year. Most years, Hutchinson's played well enough to be Defensive Rookie of the Year. Just had a phenomenal season. 3rd pick. Unbelievable. Let's go. Let's go, Lions. Let's go, Lions. Saints 13, Eagles 0 at half. I'm going to go over all the scores since we're at halftime. James, that kind of big that Eagles play one of the teams we need to lose next week. If they lose today and Minnesota wins, that means the round one bye is in line next week, so the Eagles won't rest people. Actually, no, because the way it works out is that remember the Eagles beat the Vikings. The only team that can get the 1 seed besides the Eagles is actually the Dallas Cowboys, which Dallas Cowboys won Thursday. So the Dallas Cowboys can get the 1 seed. The Minnesota Vikings cannot. Sadly, the Giants are winning today. Giants play the Colts. So it's kind of curious how they Hutch is playing, and when Hutch has been playing well all season. I think he's done a fantastic job. Most years, Aiden Hutchinson is easily defensive rookie of the year. I think Sauce Gardner might be the best corner in football, and I'm not talking rookie. I think just the best overall corner. So he'd be my defensive rookie of the year, even though Hutchinson's playing at an extremely high level. So just some updates here from DraftKings. We are at halftime. Carolina is up 14-10 against Tampa Bay. This is the battle for the NFC South. If Tampa Bay wins this game, if Tampa Bay wins, they win the NFC South. If Carolina wins and they win next week, they win the South. These two teams have their fate in their own hands. Carolina's making it tough for the Bucs to clinch a playoff spot in the division as they are up 14-10 at half. We're at halftime at what looks like to be a really interesting game here. Arizona 13, Atlanta 14. We're at halftime here. Detroit 24, Chicago 10. This is at halftime. You Lions fans, tell me if you see something different. And it looks like the Eagles and Saints are starting in the third quarter. Saints are up 13-0 on the Philadelphia Eagles. We're at half in the Meadowlands. New York Giants 24. The Indianapolis Colts 3. We're at halftime in Foxborough. It's all sevens as New England and Miami is tied up at halftime. We're at halftime in Houston. Jacksonville blowing out the Texans. They are up 21-0. Unfortunately, Jacksonville cannot win the division. They still have to beat the Titans next week. So that's kind of unfortunate for the Jacksonville Jaguars, which will have a solid one-game lead. You know what? Let me double-check because I could be wrong on that. Tennessee did lose. The way I understand it is that with a win, Jacksonville cannot clinch. And I'm going through all the tiebreakers right now. The way I understand it, and I'm double-checking here because I want to make sure I'm giving you the correct information. So Jacksonville still needs to beat Tennessee next week in order to win that division, but they're doing a great job so far as they are up 21-0. And we're now 12:41 into the third quarter. Washington Commanders 7. The Cleveland Browns are 3. So for you Lions fans, you really want Cleveland to go ahead and get things going. We got a nice slate of late games here. The Raiders, which will start Jared Stidham, they're playing the 49ers in Vegas. The Seattle Seahawks are going to play New York Jets. Both teams are on the outside looking in. Both those teams need some help, but the loser between the Seahawks and the Jets are pretty much eliminated from the playoffs. The Green Bay Packers are trying to keep their playoff hopes alive as they host the Minnesota Vikings, and the Rams and the Chargers are also going to play. Chargers a clinch playoff spot. The Rams just playing for pride. And, of course, Sunday night, the Baltimore Ravens are going to host the Pittsburgh Steelers. Some really, really great games going on here. So this is going to be big. It's a big week of football games here, big week of football games. If the Vikings win, they go 14-3. If the Eagles lose, they are 13-4. Tiebreaker means nothing, but Giants win today. That means nothing to the Lions. Did I get my math mixed up? Because I thought that if both teams win out or if the Eagles lose, I may have got my math wrong. Okay, so the way it works out is that you're right and I'm wrong. So the Eagles are 13-2. Dallas is 12-4, and Minnesota's 12-3. So Minnesota wins out and they go 14-3. And the Eagles. Okay, so I stand corrected. I apologize about that. So yeah, the Eagles, here's the thing. The Eagles just need one win in their next two games in order to clinch the 1 seed, but they don't have it yet. The Eagles do not have it yet. This is why that Saints game is really big, and the Saints are still fighting for a playoff spot. They had the same record as the Carolina Panthers. Keep in mind the Saints, they need help. The Saints need Carolina to win this week and lose next week, and then here's the thing: Carolina will play the Saints next week. So if Carolina wins, then they'll play the Saints for what would be the NFC South crown, and that'd be a lot of fun. That would be a lot of fun. So a lot of playoff berths on the line. The way it works right now in the NFC, and I stand corrected. The Giants, I thought, clinched the playoff spot. They did not. The Giants at 8-6-1 occupy the 6th seed. They win and they're in. So if I misspoke earlier, but if they win, they're in. So the Giants get a win today. They are in the playoffs no matter what. The Washington Commanders at 7-7-1. They currently occupy the 7th spot. The Seattle Seahawks, the Detroit Lions, and the Green Bay Packers are all 7-8, just one game back. The Packers and Seahawks are going to play later today. The Detroit Lions are playing now, and they're taking care of business as they are up 24-10 over the Chicago Bears. So that's the NFC playoff picture. In the AFC, the top 6 teams are already in. There's a battle for that last spot. Miami holds the advantage as they're 8-7. The New England Patriots, the New York Jets, and the Pittsburgh Steelers are all 7-8. The Tennessee Titans are 7-9. Technically, the Raiders at 6-9 can have 100 different things happen, and they could mathematically make the playoffs, but it's very unlikely that they are going to be in. That's kind of the reason why they benched Derek Carr. That's kind of an interesting story in its own right. But the Tennessee Titans will play the Jacksonville Jaguars next week for the AFC South crown. So that will be the 4 seed. And then the 7 seed is pretty much between Pittsburgh, the Jets, New England, and Miami. Miami and New England are playing now, and that's tied up at 7. So the winner of that game will be right there. Keep in mind, New England beat Pittsburgh earlier in the year, so they hold the tiebreaker over Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh at 7-8, they'll play Baltimore. If they do get a win, they still need to get some things to happen in order to make the playoffs. So Pittsburgh's not out. The Jets aren't out. The Jets did beat Pittsburgh earlier in the year, so the Jets, if they beat Seattle this afternoon, they are still in. And the Jets end the season. I can't remember who they play off the top of my head. They play Miami, so the Jets in Miami could be for a playoff spot. New England will play Buffalo. Buffalo, if they win on Monday night, they'll be in. The way it works is that Kansas City is the number 2 seed in the AFC. Buffalo's number 1. Both teams are 12-3. Cincinnati Bengals are 11-4, and even though they clinched the playoffs, they have not clinched the AFC North. There is a chance that with a win and a Kansas City loss, Cincinnati could be the 1 seed. So that was very confusing, but hopefully you caught everything. Basically, when Cincinnati plays Buffalo, if Kansas City wins, if Buffalo loses, they will go from the 1 to the 3 seed. So it's a big deal for the Kansas City Chiefs to continue playing well and to continue winning. So, right. So if the Eagles lose today, they won't be able to rest people, meaning they should destroy the Giants. If the Giants lose today, not likely they would be in trouble. Yeah, because here's the deal. If the Giants win today, they're in. The only question is, are they going to be in the 6th spot or are they going to be in the 7th spot? And I'll be honest with you, right now, right now, if I'm playing in the playoffs, I actually want to be the 7 seed, not the 6 seed. And the reason why is that the Minnesota Vikings are the 2 seed, San Francisco 49ers are a 3 seed. I want nothing to do with the 49ers. If I had to choose, and if you're in the New York Giants, you played Minnesota very tough. It was a 61-yard field goal. So if I'm New York Giants, I would much rather play the Minnesota Vikings. You might see, even though it's a big game for the Eagles, you could see the Giants potentially resting people next week. So it might be interesting because they do clinch in their end. They may want to rest people because it doesn't matter 6 or 7. And it might be better for you to be a 7 seed instead of 6 seed. Up 24-10, they start the second half with the ball. That's a good thing. 3rd and 18, they run a draw to Swift, who goes for 30 plus. JMO on a double reverse down to the 7. So we're getting highlights on the Detroit Lions. And I hate to tell you this, but the Detroit Lions just scored a touchdown. So with 11:37 in the third quarter, the Detroit Lions are up 30-10. I'm going to give you updates for all the scores here. I'm going to use DraftKings. The Kansas City Chiefs and Denver Broncos are going to start shortly, but until they do, I'll give you updates on everything here. It is 14-10, 13:01 left in the third quarter. Carolina's still beating Tampa Bay. Atlanta's up 14-13 over Arizona, 12:06. In the third is now 31-10. Detroit's taking care of business at home against the Bears. 11:38 left in the third. Philly has scored to make it 13-3. 9:39 left in the third. Giants in Indianapolis have just started the third quarter. 13:59. Giants are still up 24-7. 13:01 left in the third in Foxborough. Miami and New England still tied at 7. We just started the third quarter here, and we're going to get back to the Chiefs game here. I apologize. So it's 1st and 10 for Kansas City. They got the ball in the 25. Handoff to Pacheco, goes around to the left side, and he is stuffed immediately. Basically a gain of 1 yard. So basically, I apologize. I was giving you an update, and I didn't realize the score already started, but it was a touchback. And Kansas City got the ball at their own 25-yard line. First play was a handoff to Pacheco, who gets a gain of 1. Okay, they're going to give it 2. It looked like a gain of 1, so it's going to be 2nd and 8. It's now Pacheco's being sent into motion, so it's an empty formation. Pacheco's on the top right. 4 wide receivers. Actually, Kelsey's one of those guys. He's in the slot to Patrick Mahomes' right. Patrick Mahomes back to pass. And, oh, no, Sky Moore. Oh, man, Sky Moore had a 20-yard reception in his hands. The rookie wide receiver out of Central Michigan dropped it, and it wasn't the easiest catch in the world as it was a little low, but you're an NFL wide receiver. You got to catch that ball. So instead of it being first down at midfield, it's 3rd and 8 for the Kansas City Chiefs, 14-16 left in the third. McKinnon's to Patrick Mahomes' left. He's in shotgun. Kelsey motions, then goes back. Patrick Mahomes back to pass. He's in trouble. Goes deep, and it's incomplete. And so MVS had a step, but the ball was underthrown, allowing the corner to go ahead and make a play. And oh no, folks, this is not. So basically, this is very rare. And so what happened is this was underthrown, and it allowed the corner to come back. And Williams and Kareem Jackson went ahead and collided into MVS. Basically, if this throw is just 2 yards further, this is a big play for an easy first down. And folks, we're going to commercial break here. Creed Humphrey, the Chiefs Pro Bowl center, is down. This does not look good, folks. He is on the ground. He is in pain, and they are going to commercial. As we go to commercial, I'm going to give you the rest of the scores here. Cleveland is up 10-7 with 8:13 left in the third. Jacksonville's up 21-0. Now 12:49 left in the third. New England, Miami tied up at 7, 12:56 left in the third. Then let's see if we have any other updates. That is it. So we are all caught up here. This is not good for the Kansas City Chiefs. Creed Humphrey, Chiefs Pro Bowl center. So looks like Jamal scored the touchdown. So Jamal has 2 rushing touchdowns on the day. I believe he has 15 total for the year, 14 or 15 total for the year. Great season for Jamal. He is a free agent and he is looking to get paid. And when you get 15 rushing touchdowns in a season, that's always a good thing. That's always a good thing. So kudos to Jamal Williams, who's having a really, really, really fantastic year. And I'm letting you know right now, this is not good for the Kansas City Chiefs. Their Pro Bowl center, Creed Humphrey. He's a second-year player out of Oklahoma. A lot of people thought as a rookie he was the best center in the National Football League. He's just been nothing short of amazing. This guy's just kind of an anomaly for a center because he's built like a left tackle. He's like 6'5", 6'6", 305, built like a country farm boy, but phenomenal in movement, has excellent speed and athleticism for a center. Really, really underrated for his athleticism, but he's phenomenal in run blocking, and he's just been awesome in both pass and run protection. For him to be down and possibly out is a huge loss for the Kansas City Chiefs, especially since Kansas City Chiefs went 3 and out and have to give the ball back to the Denver Broncos once play resumes. With the extended commercial break, this is not looking good for the Kansas City Chiefs. Okay, I apologize. It's 62, not 32. So that's Joe Thurney, the Pro Bowl guard, free agent acquisition out of New England. Went to college at NC State. So it's a big punt, fair catch at the 22-yard line. So nice punt, fair catch here at the 22. So after a quick 3 and out, Denver's going to get the ball at the 22-yard line. 14:01 left in the third quarter. 1st and 10 for the Denver Broncos. Big opportunity here for Denver to go ahead and either tie the game up or to take the lead, as Kansas City failed on the opening possession in the second round, in the second half, to get anything done. One was an underthrow by Mahomes. Another one was just a really bad drop by Sky Moore. So Russell Wilson's going to go ahead and be in shotgun. 2 wide receivers to the right, none to his left. Fakes the handoff. Russell Wilson runs around, throws the ball wide open. Is the Denver Broncos tight end, and he is down to midfield. Saubert, I apologize because I didn't know who he was, because the Denver Broncos have had a lot of injuries today, but this is Eric Saubert. He caught the pass and got to midfield. Big play for the Denver Broncos, as they are already in Kansas City Chiefs territory here. So it'll be 1st and 10. And Denver Broncos are just going to milk the clock here. This is going to be their game plan, just to eat up the clock, keep Patrick Mahomes on sidelines. I apologize. It's on the 48, still in Broncos territory. 2 tight ends. Handoff here to Chase Edmonds. He goes right to outside, and he's a big gain by Chase Edmonds. He just went right around to the outside. Nobody was there, so they had 2 tight ends, and there is a flag on a play. More than likely, this is going to be holding on the Denver Broncos because nobody was around this play. So you can eliminate this. I believe was a 15 yard rush here. Will be now. It's going to be 1st and 20. So they're showing the cap hit by season with Russell Wilson. He is due a boatload of money for the next 7 years. It's kind of an albatross on the Denver Broncos organization, unless he starts to play. But today he's playing really well. Not the yardage statistics of Mahomes, but no turnovers, and he does have a rushing touchdown. So it's actually going to be 1st and 16 here for the Denver Broncos as the clock ticks down here. We are now approaching 10 on the play clock. Russell Wilson's in shotgun formation. Edmonds and so both running backs are into formation, and it looks like what they're trying to do It ended up going for no gain. So they had Latavius Murray and Chase Edmonds as a fake to Edmonds, and then a screen pass to Murray for no gain. So it's going to be 2nd and 16. And what the Denver Broncos are doing is they're just trying to milk the clock here. They're trying to keep Patrick Mahomes off the field here. So it's going to be 2nd and 16 here. As they break the huddle, about 15 seconds left on the play clock. Russell Wilson's in shotgun formation. Empty backfield here as it's now under 9 seconds here. Snaps the ball. Russell Wilson back to pass. Still back there, no pressure. And it's tipped up in the air and will fall incomplete. Nick Bolton was the closest player. The pass was high. It was tipped up. Luckily, nobody was around for the Denver Broncos, because anytime you see a ball tipped up like that, the one thing that Denver has done very well today is they've held on to the ball. No turnovers. Kansas City's turned the ball over twice. So miscues by the Kansas City Chiefs is been what's kept the game close. But it's 3rd and 16. And as you know, Arrowhead's getting loud here. And Russell Wilson, empty formation, takes a snap here. And it's a screen pass to Latavius Murray that's quickly broken up by Frank Clark. Frank Clark, phenomenal play here. He read this perfectly. This is a great veteran move right here. He recognized that was going to be a screen play. It was empty formation. They tried to trick the Kansas City Chiefs. Frank Clark was not fooled. It ended up being a 1-yard completion. So it's a 4th and 15, and the Denver Broncos will punt the ball away. Cardavius Toney, even though he did have a fumble earlier, he's back to return to punt at around the 5-yard line. So it's going to be a punt at around the 43-yard line. Denver Broncos are going to try to pin the Kansas City Chiefs deep in their own territory, and this is going to go into the end zone for a touchback. So the Chiefs will get the ball on their own 20-yard line with 11:18 left in the third quarter. Kansas City is up 13-10. Dan, the Bears have 7 passing yards. Oh, my God. Just keep the boot on. Oh, my God. Wow, 7 passing yards. So big. I'm going to give you some highlights here. There are a few changes. Tampa Bay and Carolina still up 14-10. Carolina still up 10-41 in the third. Arizona scored a touchdown. They are up 16-14, 8:49 left in the third. Detroit still up 31-10, 9:32 left in the third. 13-3 Saints over Eagles, 4:59 left in the third. The Giants have scored another touchdown as they are routing the Indianapolis Colts 31-3. 10:20 left in the third. I saw something Foles is knocked out of the game. Not good news for the Colts, as nothing's going right. New England, Miami still tied at 7 with 9:48 left in the third. Jacksonville's now up 28-0 as they are routing the Texans. They 9:24 left in the third. Cleveland is up 10-7 on the Commanders. So golf is on fire, and apparently Justin Fields is not, as the Detroit Lions are fighting for their playoff lives. All of Detroit is cheering for the Cleveland Browns. I know Funk's a big Deshaun Watson fan, so. Amon-Ra St. Brown just caught us under the ball, and I can't say this enough. I did not believe in Amon-Ra when he was drafted. I really liked him. I thought he was I had a 2nd-round grade on him, but I thought that his ceiling was a number 2 wide receiver. I did not think he was a Pro Bowl caliber wide receiver coming out of USC. He proved me wrong. I remember when Detroit drafted him in the 4th round, I said that, his ceiling's a number 2, and I kept on telling Lions fans he's a number 2, he's a number 2. And I think the Lions organization viewed him as a number 2. That's why they made the risky trade for Jameson Williams, but they made the big trade for Jameson Williams, and Amon-Ra St. Brown didn't technically go to the Pro Bowl, but he should have. Cost 100th ball of the year, and he's just super impressive. Very, very. I'm a big Amon-Ra St. Brown fan. So as we get back to play here, the Kansas City Chiefs have the ball on the 20-yard line, 1st and 10, 11:18 left in the third. Chiefs are up 13-10. Mahomes shotgun play action pass And there's some miscommunication between him and MVS, or MVS got caught up because MVS looked like this was going to be a quick out route, and MVS kind of stumbled. I can't tell if MVS and Mahomes are on the same page or not. For those of you who don't know, Patrick Mahomes is 10-0 against the Denver Broncos, has never lost in 10 career games. So talk about owning a team. Mahomes has owned the Denver Broncos, but he's in the dogfight today. The score is 13-10. 2nd and 10 here. Patrick Mahomes, shotgun formation, 3 wide receivers to the left, Pacheco to his right, and Mahomes goes deep. And MVS is open, and it's overthrown. And folks, this was a potential touchdown. MVS has got deep speed, but him and Mahomes have not been on the same page at all today. This was a great move. Thurney, who was injured, is back in. He is fine. Mahomes goes deep. And by the way, he had about 3 steps on the MVS had about 3 steps on the guy. So if he catches this ball in stride, it is a touchdown. MVS, one of the fastest receivers in the National Football League. So it's going to be 3rd and 10 here. Mahomes is going to be in shotgun. Travis Kelce to his right, the other 3 receivers on his left. It looked like offsides, but no flag. Mahomes is scrambling, and he runs forward, and he does a little acting, falling out of bounds, and the referee. It's kind of funny. So Patrick Mahomes tried to get a penalty by falling down, and the referee just shakes his head, and it was acting. Mahomes was not. In hindsight, it may have. No, Mahomes was doing a little acting. Mahomes trying for an Emmy here as he was falling down, tried to get a 15-yarder, but that did not happen. Good call by the referees, not falling for the Mahomes acting job. Basically, it looked like it was a offsides, kind of a busted play. Mahomes scrambled to 5 yards, tried to do the acting job. Short punt, and it's actually returned at the 30, squirts up to the 37-yard line. So excellent position for the Denver Broncos once they get the ball. So Kansas City, they're showing clips of Chiefs fans, and this is not the way I remember Arrowhead. The fans look worried, and they are quiet right now. So when play resumes, it's going to be a Denver ball at the 37. Excellent field position for Russell Wilson and the Denver Broncos to try to break. They have not beaten the Kansas City Chiefs in 14 straight games. Kansas City's won 14 straight against the Denver Broncos. So they're trying to break that streak. The last time a Denver Broncos quarterback beat the Kansas City Chiefs, it was Peyton Manning. That's how long ago it was. Swift touchdown number 2. Swift just took a screen to the house to cap off a 92-yard drive. So, folks, by the way, the score is now 38-10. Detroit it's starting to be a romp here. 38-10 for the Detroit Lions. 6:36 left in the third, as this is looking to be a blowout. This is starting to be more embarrassing for Bears fans than what the Lions put us through. Lions fans last week, it's not pretty for Chicago. No, I imagine it's not. I probably won't even watch this game because I'm not really going to learn anything from either team. I just know that Chicago needs some help, and Detroit is been up and down. So I'm pulling for a Detroit Packers game, win and get in next week, and hopefully that happens. So Cleveland has scored. They're helping out the Lions. The score is now 16-7. Cleveland's up on Washington. 43 seconds left in the third. Actually, the extra point's good. So it's 17-7. So the Cleveland Browns are helping you guys out. 43 seconds left in the third. Houston got on the board. The score is 28-3. And Miami scored a touchdown. They're up 14-7 against New England in Foxborough. 7:54 left in the third. Still 31-3. Giants over the Colts. Saints and Eagles 13-3. 4:35 now left in the third. Cardinals scored a touchdown. Scored 16-14. 6:42 left in the third. They are beating the Falcons. Carolina and Tampa Bay still 14-10. 4:42 left. 4:29 left in the third quarter. So the takeaway from this game is that the Lions can bounce back from a bad outing. Yes, they can. Very, very impressive. Very, very impressive outing. So Kansas City again, they're showing the stat on the screen, which is the same thing that I just told you. They've won 14 straight. Russell Wilson shotgun formation, handoff to Latavius Murray, goes around the left side for a gain of 5. And this is the game plan. It's pretty simple. It's pretty cut and dry. What you're doing is you just want to eat the clock up, keep things close, win the turnover battle, which they're doing, and try to hold the ball. At the last game here, the last snap here, and the Denver offense is in excellent field position here. It's going to be 2nd and 5. Once play resumes, there's a stoppage in play. They're not saying why, but play has stopped. It doesn't look like it's an injury timeout, so something's going on here. Neither team's called timeout. Both teams have 3 timeouts. So it's going to be 2nd and 5, 10-17 left in the third. Kansas City is up 13-10. Denver's playing excellent. The Kansas City Chiefs have shot themselves in the foot. In the third quarter, they've had drops. Mahomes and his receivers haven't been on the same page. 2nd and 5 here on the 42. Russell Wilson under center, 11 personnel. Fakes a handoff of Latavius Murray. Screen pass of Latavius Murray for the first down. Basically, they fake the handoff to him. He just goes past the line of scrimmage, a little pitch and catch, powers forward for the first down, gets a gain of 6. So it's going to be 1st and 10. Near midfield for the Denver Broncos. Denver Broncos are making this a really good game. I like what they're doing is that they're just really confusing Kansas City. Earlier in the game, they didn't really look like they were all together on the same page. Now they really are. It looks like they're settling in with 11 formation or 11 personnel, 2 tight ends, 2 wide receivers. Actually, it's actually 3 tight ends. It's just that he's lined up as a wide receiver. Screen. Oh, okay. So what it was is that it was a play action pass. Bootleg the tight end Saulbert. Thornhill read this perfectly, got him for a loss of 2. So what Denver's doing is they decided that, hey, they're going to come out and line up with 3 tight ends. I thought it was 2 because one's lined up as a wide receiver, but they're just trying to play smash mouth. What they did is they did bootleg, and it was a loss of 2 as this the third negative play for the Denver Broncos during the game today here. It's 13-10, 2nd and 12, 8:38 left. The play clock's going under 5 here. There's two running backs. Jerry Jeudy motions behind the play. Oh no, Latavius Murray to the bust through the line for a gain of 15. So on 2nd and 12, Latavius Murray right up the middle for a first down. Big play by Latavius Murray. They're showing a replay here. There was some motion. Jerry Jeudy went behind the play. A hold on Nick Bolton, which was not called. And Latavius Murray gets a big gain as they are in enemy territory. They are actually almost in field goal range here. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Denver Broncos here. Actually, they are in field goal range. It's on the 34-yard line. Big run by Latavius Murray. Latavius Murray gets the ball again, goes around the right side, gets past the line of scrimmage for a gain of 5 for Nick Bolton. Puts them down. So it's going to be, they're going to be on the 29-yard line, definitely within field goal range. And there is an update. The Denver Broncos guard, Dalton Risner, is questionable. He's banged up. I thought it was a gain of 5. It looks like it's they're marking it on the opposite side of the 30-yard line. They're going to call it 5. It looked like originally, if it's on the 30, it would be a gain of 4. So it's going to be 2nd and 5. First down is the 24. So it's actually a long 5 here. And there's some miscommunication here with the referees. They're now winding up the play clock. They let Russell Wilson reset. Kind of an advantage for the Denver Broncos as additional clock time went up. 2 tight ends, a tight end in the backfield, and a running back, Chase Edmonds, and this play is going to be blown dead. I can't tell if this is offsides or a false start. We're going to find out right here. It is offsides because Chris Jones jumped into the line of scrimmage as the ball was being snapped. I couldn't tell if he was being drawn offside, but Chris Jones was just trying to anticipate the snap count there and gives Denver a free 5. So the clock's still moving. It's now just under 7 minutes here as the Denver Broncos are driving. Latavius Murray having a great drive here as he's got 38 yards on the day and over 25 of them on this drive alone. So this is actually going to be second in inches. Denver Broncos, 2 tight ends, 2 wide receivers. Russell Wilson, play action pass. He's going deep. Wide open. Albert O for the touchdown. Great play call by the Denver Broncos, and the Denver Broncos are pumped up. This is a great play call. They use 2 tight ends on the right side, lined up on the line of scrimmage. Then they had 2 wide receivers to the left. Play action to Chase Edmonds. A great fake. Got the safety to bite up, and nobody was covering Alberto in the end zone. Great play call by the Denver Broncos. And they're showing the Denver Broncos coaching staff, and they are super excited about this as they really want to win this game. Alberto's first catch of the day as it goes for a 25-yard touchdown. Denver Broncos kick the extra point. So the Denver Broncos are now up 17-13 on the Kansas City Chiefs. Great job by the Denver Broncos. I cannot say enough good things about the Denver Broncos. This is how you beat a heavily favored team. You win the turnover battle. You keep them off balance. You control the clock. And the Kansas City Chiefs do not look in sync at all. A couple miscommunications on the last drive between Patrick Mahomes and MVS. You also had Sky Moore dropping a big first down reception. So give a lot of credit to the Denver Broncos. Browns lead Commanders 17-7. Should be another fumble. I don't know if it was close. McNeil getting his turn. LOL. Kaminsky recovers. I thought the arm was going forward. I'm thinking not enough turnover to call. If it's not intentional grounding or pass broken up from McNeil, it doesn't matter at this point. I don't know, James. It's close. It's looking good for the Lions. 3rd and 7. Let's get a sack anyway. Close up. So is Denver defense really showing up? Or it's Kansas City really being out of whack, but Justin Simmons' interception was amazing. That was a great play. So I want to tell you it's Kansas City being out of whack, but the Justin Simmons interception was amazing. But except for that interception, it's really being out of whack. MVS was not on the same page with Mahomes for 3 consecutive plays. 2 of them looked like they were missed. One was a big underthrow by Mahomes. Then he overthrew him. Sky Moore dropped a 20-yard completion, hit him right in the hands. You can't do that. I mean, it wouldn't have been the easiest catch in the world, but it was a tough one. The Denver Broncos offensively, I love what they're doing. I'm seeing a lot of 2-3 tight end sets. They're doing things with motion that's keeping the Kansas City Chiefs off guard, but it looks like it's not an overly complicated game plan for the Denver Broncos. It looks like it's just a handful of plays, but they're using a lot of motion and shifting. That's throwing the Kansas City Chiefs off. That touchdown pass was amazing. It was a great play call. Second in inches, thanks to the offside penalty. You're second in inches. And I'm willing to bet that, let's just say that would have been 3rd down. I think you would have seen 2 consecutive runs to try to get the first down. So the Denver Broncos are really doing an A+ job offensively. I absolutely love what the Denver Broncos are doing right now. Offensively, defensively, it's really more Kansas City shooting themselves in their own foot. But they have the lead right now. Kansas City's been off. The Justin Simmons interception was amazing. So kickoff is going to be touchback. Kansas City will get the ball on the 25-yard line. 6:35 left in the 3rd quarter. Denver Broncos are up 17-0, and they're showing the touchdown here. And this was a great concept. And it looks like what they were doing is that they had the 2 tight ends. One ran a post, and then Alberto ran to post. The other one ran to out. And what happened is safety Juan Thornhill misread it. So Patrick Mahomes is going to take the shotgun snap. Ronald Jones is in the game. He's to the right, and it's a pass to Travis Kelce, and it's an incompletion. Great play by Kareem Jackson, who was in one-on-one coverage with him, broke up the ball. There's a flag on the play. We're going to see what this is, as they're giving no indication what's going on. Kelce was allowed a free release, and the this was actually, to tell you the truth, Kelsey had to go back for the ball. If he doesn't go back for the ball, this is a first down. Apparently there is no flag, so it's going to be 2nd and 10. Mahomes in shotgun, Ronald Jones to his right, Kelsey and Juju to his left, the two other wide receivers to his right. Patrick Mahomes in the pocket, scrambles, goes downfield, and oh boy, this is Jerry Jewell was matched up one-on-one with Kelsey. This is slightly underthrown, and Jerry Jewell almost got the pick. And folks, if you've watched this game, I mean, Patrick Mahomes looks off today. He's not playing well. This is not a good throw. He throws this up a little higher. Kelsey makes this play easily and gets a big first down. It looks like Mahomes is trying to go deep instead of taking what's in front of him. And kudos to the Denver Broncos. Denver Broncos, this drive's been doing phenomenal. Patrick Mahomes, 239 yards passing in the first half, 0 in the second. Back to pass, Mahomes scrambling. Patrick Mahomes going to run the ball, and he's going to be stopped after a gain of 2. And it's going to be 4th down, and Kansas City's going to punt. So after a phenomenal first half where he was just tearing apart Denver Broncos, Patrick Mahomes so far 0 passing yards in the second half. And we have an update in New England. Teddy Bridgewater, who's got the start today, just threw what looks like a pick 6. So the score was 14-10. It looks like New England now 17-14 as Kansas City at 4th and 8 is going to punt. And this could not look any worse for Kansas City as Patrick Mahomes looks really off in the second half. It's a nice punt, fair catch, and it's going to be caught at the 15-yard line. So an excellent punt as the Denver Broncos are going to have to drive down the field. But this is what the Denver Broncos kind of want to do. The Denver Broncos really just want to eat the clock, keep Patrick Mahomes off the field, and they've done a fantastic job in the second half. Funk asked, is Patrick Mahomes off in the second half? Yeah, I mean, no passing yards in the second half, about 4 or 5 throws them in off. So after this punt, which was an excellent punt, Tommy Townsend, the Chiefs Pro Bowl punter, is moving his shoulder around. Looks like something's wrong. Looks like something's wrong with his left shoulder. So 1st and 10 for the Denver Broncos. Denver Broncos are going 2 tight ends like they've been doing almost all the second half here. 1st and 10 on the 17 going left to right. Handoff to Latavius Murray, and Carlos Dunlap meets him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 1. Carlos Dunlap is having a really good game, folks. And what they do is they kind of rotate Dunlap, Karlaftis, and Frank Clark around, and Dunlap's having an excellent game, folks, as he stops Latavius Murray for a 1-yard loss. And what Denver's doing is they're using a lot of 2-3 tight end sets. They're just trying to control the clock here. You're going to see Russell Wilson under center here. 3 wide receivers, Latavius Murray in the backfield here, 2nd and 11 motion. Jet sweep around and swallowed up by Willie Gay. He doesn't even allow him to get back to the line of scrimmage. May have lost a half a yard. So what they did is they took their punt returner, put him around on a jet sweep, and it didn't even work. They took their punt returner's Hinton. I keep on wanting to say it's KJ Hamler, who hasn't played for a couple months, but they took Hinton, who was their punt returner, put him on the end around. Willie Gay read that perfectly for basically stopped him at the line of scrimmage, maybe slightly behind. But it's 3rd and 11. Russell Wilson shotgun takes a snap. He's going deep, folks. He's going deep into double coverage. And oh my God, is this a catch? This is a catch! Cortland Sutton goes up in double coverage, makes a fantastic catch. There is a flag on the play. Byron Cook, who was one of the Chiefs defenders there, and it's going to be offensive pass interference and a fantastic play by Cortland Sutton is going to be negated here. They're not going to show it, but basically Jalen Watson and Byron Cook, the 2nd round rookie out of Cincinnati, Jalen Watson, the 7th round pick out of Washington State, they were double coverage on Sutton. They're not going to show what happened, but this was an amazing catch. Now they're showing it, and Oh God, Chiefs fans, you're getting a late Christmas present. This should not have been pass interference. Cortland Sutton's mad. He deserves to be mad. That should be a catch. It should be a first down. That was a very ticky-tacky call. So it's going to be 3rd and 19 on the 8-yard line. Russell Wilson's going to be in shotgun. He's motioning for the snap, and it's going to be a direct. It's going to be a draw to a Chase Edmonds, who gets out a nice gain of 10. Folks, I obviously am a Chiefs fan here, but this should not have been pass interference. Cortland Sutton made a fantastic play. Denver Broncos fans have every right to be upset because the Kansas City Chiefs got a big-time gift. This was a huge gift. This was a bomb. It really should be 1st and 10 Denver ball in Kansas City territory. Great play by Cortland Sutton, negated by a really bad call. So now Denver Broncos are going to punt. Cardavius Toney is going to get the return here. He's driving back all the way to the 30, catches the ball, makes a juke, goes out of bounds at the 35, and he's going to be pushed a little out of bounds. There's some pushing. Okay, no, there's not. There's just a lot of going on. Cortland Sutton's still mad. He has every right to be mad. They're showing a replay here. I'm telling you this, I'm a Chiefs fan. This is not even close to pass interference. The reason why they are calling it is because Byron Cook, the safety, goes back, but it really looks like the only reason he's going back is because he got tripped up with Jalen Watson, not because he was pushed, but because he fell backwards. The referee went ahead and called it pass interference. It was not pass interference. So 1st and 10 on the 35, slip screen to Sky Moore. So it'll be Patrick Mahomes' first positive passing yards of the second half. He gets a 6-yard reception. Quick slip screen to Sky Moore. Sky Moore, as he leaves the field, has got his head down. I can't tell if he's injured or just upset, but okay, he's holding his hand he's holding his right hand, so it looks like something's bothering him. So it's going to be 2nd and 5 for the Kansas City Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes, quick snap, handoff to Pacheco, runs over the defensive lineman, very aggressive run, gets a first down. And Purcell, a little pushing, Pacheco talking a little bit. Kind of like the aggressiveness of Pacheco here. Kansas City really needs a spark here on offense. So it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Kansas City Chiefs as they approach midfield. Denver's up 17-13 as we got 2 minutes left in the third quarter. Clock is still ticking. The ball is on the 46-yard line, still in Chiefs territory. It's going to be 1st and 10. Patrick Mahomes in shotgun formation. Pacheco's to his left, motioning Juju Smith-Schuster. Looks like Patrick Mahomes moves outside, is going to so this is pretty smart by Mahomes, is that he was trying to move outside. He looked like he was looking for somebody, wasn't open, so he started to run, was trying to trick the linebacker into getting a 15-yarder. The linebacker very smartly just went ahead and put his hands out to the sides. Patrick Mahomes went ahead and slid for a 3-yard gain. So right at midfield, 2nd and 7 for the Kansas City Chiefs. Chiefs are down by 4 as the third quarter is coming to an end here. 1:11 left in the third quarter. Patrick Mahomes in shotgun formation. Pacheco's to his left. Quick throw to Juju Smith-Schuster. I believe that's his first catch of the game. Moves ahead for the first down. So it'll be first down Kansas City in enemy territory. Looks like the 40-yard line. The clock's still going to go under a minute in the third quarter as the Kansas City Chiefs are in Denver territory, close to field goal range. Right now, if they were to kick a field goal, it'd be about 57, 58-yard field goal. Mahomes, 21 out, 32, 256 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. So it's actually the 39-yard line. So we're going to see here Pacheco's moving up to receiver, so it's an empty formation for Patrick Mahomes. 1st and 10, Patrick Mahomes takes the snap. Looks like he's going deep, throws the ball, and it's a catch by MVS on a deep out. So it's going to be 1st and 10 inside the red zone. Looks like it's going to be at the 16-yard line. The camera angle, very shoddy. They put it completely on Mahomes. So after he threw the ball, you couldn't see what happened. Then they clipped over to the defensive back touching MVS as he was trying to get up and get some more yards. But the third quarter is going to come to an end. The Denver Broncos are up. Again, the Denver Broncos are winning 17-13 as we end the third quarter. However, the Chiefs are in the red zone. Houston just got another sack. Sack number 3 for Houston. 8th sack in 6 games. Dude's going to sneak in a rookie of the year talk. I don't think he will, but you know what? He may get some mention, but I mean, I think Sauce Gardner's pretty much got wrapped up. Start the fourth quarter. Jameson has 80 total yards. Wow. First down, start the fourth at midfield, lead, play action, deep shot all day. Maybe we can do it on second down. We just need to grind down the clock. The Bears don't have a first down in the second. Throw to JMO. And I'm going to give you highlights of what's going on right now around the league. Carolina's up 21-16. It's now the fourth quarter in Raymond James Stadium, 13:49 left in the fourth. Arizona and Atlanta. Arizona's up 16-14 with 13:20 left in the fourth. Lions, of course, are up 38-10 over Chicago. Saints and Eagles are starting to get interesting. 13-10. The Saints are over the Eagles. 12 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Giants are routing the Colts 38-10. 11:58 left in the fourth. New England missed the extra point, 16-14. New England still winning against Miami, 14:42 left in the fourth. Jacksonville's routing Houston. Houston did kick a field goal, scores 28-3, 11:38 left in the fourth. Cleveland is now up 23-10 for you Lions fans. Cleveland is up by 13, 5:21 left in the fourth. Big news for the Detroit Lions because with a Cleveland win, Washington would be 7-8-1, and if Detroit does continue to keep up with how they're doing against the Chicago Bears, Detroit will be 8-8, and Washington would be 7-8-1. So we'll have to figure out what Green Bay and Seattle does. But at the end of the day, we could have Detroit in the 7 seed. What a big turn of events for Detroit Lions at 1-6. This would have been inconceivable that the Lions could be occupying the 7th spot by the end of today, but that's where we're at right now, where the Detroit Lions could be occupying the 7th spot. Actually, if Cleveland continues to take care of business in Detroit, which I'm pretty sure that they're going to win this game, before the afternoon games start, Detroit would actually occupy the 7th spot. So it's a new era. It's a new year. The Detroit Lions would occupy the 7th spot entering this afternoon games. Talking about new era, the Denver Broncos are up 17-13 on the Kansas City Chiefs as the fourth quarter starts here. First and 10 on the 17. Mahomes is under center. Pacheco's in backfield. Play action to Pacheco. Drives the ball to Blake Bell, and he's going to be tackled. It's a touchdown. Okay, so he's tackled at the 1, fell forward. They're going to look at this. But right now is called a touchdown. Blake Bell has not played football in a couple months. Him and Patrick Mahomes have an interesting history together. So they're going to show this again. So what happens is Kareem Jackson hits him at the 1. He goes forward, and on the replay, it does look like he gets in the end zone. They're going to look at this for a little bit. So there's an interesting story behind Blake Bell and Patrick Mahomes. Blake Bell was actually the starting quarterback at the University of Oklahoma. And he agreed to go to University of Oklahoma because at 6'5", 250, most people wanted him to play tight end. He wanted to play quarterback. The coach, Lincoln Riley, now at USC, was going to go ahead and let him play quarterback. What happened was at Texas Tech, Baker Mayfield was starting quarterback, lost his job. And I'm going to finish the story up after the extra point. They looked at it. It's obviously a touchdown. So Kansas City's taking the lead 19-17. The extra point is pending here as the snap, the place, the kick. It's good. Kansas City regains lead to 20-17. So how does Patrick Mahomes and Blake Bell team up? When Patrick Mahomes arrived at Texas Tech, the starting quarterback was Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield left Texas Tech to walk on at Oklahoma, where Blake Bell was the established starting quarterback. Baker Mayfield, of course, beat Blake Bell out. Blake Bell ended up switching to tight end. Who knows if Patrick Mahomes went to a different school, Baker Mayfield would stay at Texas Tech where he was on scholarship. It's kind of an interesting story how Patrick Mahomes affected Blake Bell. Blake Bell ended up shifting to tight end. and has been in the NFL for the last several years. He's been on IR for the last couple of months, so it's his first time playing, I believe since September. I could be wrong on that, but he's been out of action for a long time. The Chiefs really love Blake Bell, have used him on quarterback sneaks in a variety of different ways. They've taken advantage of his quarterback nature. So Kansas City takes the lead 10-7. They kick off to the Denver Broncos. This is going to be a touchback. So Russell Wilson and Denver Broncos are going to get the ball on the 25-yard line once play resumes. We have some really great games this afternoon, but the way things are shaping up right now, by the end of these afternoon games, Washington would have fallen out of the playoffs and Detroit would sneak in. This is unbelievable to me. The Detroit Lions in about 40 minutes could occupy the 7th spot. 4 lead changes today as Russell Wilson takes a snap. Great game here between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Denver Broncos. Russell Wilson's going to be under center. That they have a fullback. It's actually a tight end. Play action pass. Russell Wilson wants to go deep, throws short. It's intercepted. Snead's got the ball to the 40, to the 35. He's got a blocker. He cuts back inside at the 25. He's cutting back, spin move inside the 20. Still on his feet, folks. He's still on his feet. And wow, Cortland Sutton, nice tackle, and Gervais Sneed goes down. Folks, he looked like he could go. Cortland Sutton just flew in there. Vicious hit by Cortland Sutton, and Sneed still down. It's going to be Kansas City ball on the 17-yard line as people are high-fiving Cortland Sutton. They should. It was a great play, a clean hit, but a vicious hit as Gervais Sneed gets the interception. He's still down on the ground, but big play by Gervais Sneed. So what it was, play action pass. Russell Wilson had time, and it was just a bad throw. He had time. Carlos Dunlap was coming in, but he had time, even though Carlos Dunlap was putting in pressure. Bad throw by Russell Wilson. And Larjavius Sneed, he was trying really hard to get into the end zone. He could have just went down a couple times, kept on trying. Big hit by Cortland Sutton. By the way, good, clean hit by Cortland Sutton. Big play by the Kansas City Chiefs defense as they'll have the ball inside the red zone once play continues here. The Vikings-Packers game should be, it's going to be a great game. Funk, a diehard Detroit Lions fan, says, let's go Vikings, and it feels weird. And it should feel weird, but that's what you want. I'm going to tell you something that's even weirder than a Lions fan cheering for the Packers. I'm going to tell you something that's even weirder. In about 30 minutes, the Detroit Lions could occupy the 7th spot. The 7th spot in the playoffs. The 7th spot would belong to the Detroit Lions in just a few minutes. So let's get back here and let's give you highlights. It turns out to be it was an extra point. Cleveland's up 24-10, 3:45 left in the fourth quarter. Jacksonville's up 28-3, 10 minutes left in the fourth. 16-14, Patriots still beating Miami, 11:57 left in the fourth. Giants walloping Indianapolis as they are trying to clinch their playoff spot, 38-10, 8:24 left in the fourth. Saints, Eagles, 13-10. Saints are still up, 8:14 left in the fourth. 38-10, Lions over the Bears, 10-13 left in the fourth. 16-14, Cardinals over the Falcons, 9:40 left in the fourth. And Carolina is still beating Tampa Bay 21-16, 10:08 left in the fourth quarter. So we have a lot of excitement coming on here, a lot of excitement coming on. In a few minutes, the Detroit Lions could occupy the 7th spot in the NFC playoffs. That's what we'd be looking at. Now, this would be before the afternoon games, and, we still have Seattle and New York. That's going to play into it. Seattle did beat Detroit, so they do hold the tiebreaker. So, the Browns leading the Commanders is surprising. And you guys are all going to become big-time Jets fans. And that's going to be a good one. Like Gervais Sneed is on the sidelines. Looks like he's okay. Big hit. Patrick Mahomes is in shotgun formation, empty formation. First down and 10 on the 17 in Broncos territory. Patrick Mahomes Screen pass to Pacheco. Pacheco squirts out past the 10. It looks like it's going to be he's inside the 10-yard line. Looks like he's going to be marked on the 9. So it's going to be 2nd and 2 inside the 10 for Kansas City here. They're showing the path to the number 1 seed in the AFC. They have to win out, and Buffalo loses. That's the big one. So it's going to be 2nd and 1 here as they mark it at the 8. I thought it was at the 9. Pacheco gets the handoff, gets the first down, stopped about at the 6-yard line. Tough run for Pacheco as he gets the first down, as Kansas City now that they have the lead kind of want to milk a little bit of the clock here. It's 13:45 and counting down for the Kansas City Chiefs. It's going to be 1st and goal at the 6-yard line for the Kansas City Chiefs. And they're showing the Chiefs sidelines, and the defensive players are looking really rejuvenated after that big play by Jarvis Sneed. They're not showing Sneed on the sideline, so I don't know if he's going to come back or not. But 1st and goal on the 6-yard line. Patrick Mahomes, shotgun formation. Pacheco's to his right. Quick slip screen to Kadarius Toney. Bounces off a player. He's still on his feet, and he's going to get about 2 yards here. He's going to be inside the 5, so they tried to get Kadarius Toney alone in space. Good job by the Denver Broncos swarming to the ball, not letting him get free because he made the first guy miss. And by the way, Patrick Mahomes, 25 out of 36, 307, 2 touchdowns and 1 interception for probably the number 1 main MVP candidate. And of course, this is before Monday Night Football, but Patrick Mahomes, even though he's not had a good day, is still 307 yards and 2 touchdowns. Patrick Mahomes, empty formation, back to pass. Jared McKinnon, wide open, touchdown. This is not Mahomes. This is just a great play call. Give all the credit to Eric Bieniemy and Andy Reid. And the Denver Broncos are just shaking their head because this was just an excellent play call. It was an empty formation. Jared McKinnon, 3rd game this year with multiple touchdowns this season. So this is an empty formation. And nobody, the way they had it set up is that they ran a if you're a defensive player, you call it a pick. If you're an offensive player, you call it a rub route. MVS came in, picked off the linebacker, and Jared McKinnon wide open for a touchdown. Great play call by the Kansas City Chiefs. Kansas City takes a 27-17 lead with 12:36 left in the 4th. You could technically call it a penalty. It is kind of a pick route. Great job at MVS because it's not a pick route. If you're looking for the ball, he never looks at the linebacker. He just moves, turns around, has his hands up, ready to go. Great job by MVS. Probably you're not going to see this on the stat sheet, but this is MVS's play of the game. Fantastic job by MVS as the Kansas City Chiefs take a 27-17 lead. See if we have any more highlights. It's a 17-16. Atlanta takes the lead as they kick a field goal. So it's 17-16, 8:16 left in the 4th. 9:45 and counting is Carolina still up on Tampa Bay, 21-16. Detroit 38, Chicago's 10. Saints 13, Philly 10 with 5:59 left in the 4th. Giants still 38, Colts 10, 8:24 left in the 4th. New England 16, Miami Dolphins 14. That's a big one for playoff positioning in the AFC. 9:43 left in Foxborough. Jacksonville's up 28-3. And with 3:06 left in the 4th, the Cleveland Browns 24, Washington 10. Another Pascal sack as we got the Detroit Lions just putting an ass whooping on Chicago Bears. And the way it will work, if the Cleveland Browns, it's now 3:01 left in the 4th quarter. So if Cleveland can hold on to the win and Detroit can hold on to a 4-touchdown lead with 6 minutes left, then the Detroit Lions would occupy the 7th spot going into the afternoon games. If Seattle wins, Seattle would leapfrog the Detroit Lions. But if the Jets win and Green Bay wins, then we fight for a playoff berth week 18 in a game that I really hope gets flexed to prime time, because I would love nothing more than to see the Detroit Lions and Green Bay fight for the 7th spot. It would be awesome. And it looks like we're going to get back to play here between the Chiefs and the Broncos. And I'm going to tell you something right now. The Denver Broncos really got a bad deal here. They got a really terrible pass interference penalty and what would have been a big, I think about a 40-yard gain by Cortland Sutton. Cortland Sutton split a double team, had a fantastic catch, got a really, really weak, really weak pass interference call that really affected the game. Jared McKinnon has 8 receiving touchdowns on the year, most all-time by a Chiefs running back, breaking a tie between Kareem Hunt and Jamal Charles at 7. So Gerald McKinnon's 8 receiving touchdowns is a new Chiefs record. Kudos to Gerald McKinnon, one of my favorite players, former quarterback for Georgia Southern. They now call themselves Georgia State. But he was an option quarterback, came into the NFL. Had some good years with Minnesota, got a big free agent contract with San Francisco, couldn't stay healthy. He's been in Kansas City on a couple of one-year deals and played lights out. So 12:36 left in the fourth. The Broncos are down by 10. Russell Wilson shotgun snap, handoff to Latavius Murray, just powers right through the middle for a first down. And it looks like Denver's not really going to change anything up play-wise, but they are going to speed things up as they need 2 scores quickly. Latavius Murray, 11 carries, 54 yards. Almost all of those yards are in the second half. He was kind of bottled up in the first half, running good in the second. Got a quick 11 yards there as he comes out. Russell Wilson, shotgun formation. Chase Edmonds on his left. 4 wide receivers here. Jerry Jeudy in motion, bottom to the top of the screen. Russell Wilson back to pass, staying in the pocket. And Hinton got a hand on the ball, but dropped it. There was a couple of Chiefs around it. Trent McDuffie had a chance for for an interception here. So this was behind Hinton, and McDuffie went for the tackle, laid out Hinton. The new way of the NFL, this could have been called a penalty because he was a defenseless receiver. However, he didn't lunge into him. So smart play by Trent McDuffie, who laid the receiver out and did not get a penalty for it. So it's going to be 2nd and 10 for the Denver Broncos. Russell Wilson in shotgun formation here. Chase Edmonds flares out, and it looks like they were trying to do a screen pass. Albert O gets a screen here, and looked like Chris Jones almost had him for a loss, but he spins forward, goes outside, and gets a gain of 4 here. So the former Missouri Tiger having some big plays here. They're showing a play here. Oh, no. And the Eagles get a pick 6 as they are now up 20-10 with 5:27 left in the fourth quarter. So a pick 6 for the Saints makes things interesting in the NFC. So it's going to be 3rd and 6 here. So it ended up being a 4-yard reception for Albert O, a little more than I thought he got. So Wilson's in shotgun here, motioning for Sutton to move over from top to the bottom. Snap here, some pressure on Wilson. Nice throw. Jerry Jeudy wants a flag. He's clapping, and there's a flag. He points over. Joshua Williams was on coverage. Joshua Williams was celebrating, but Jerry Jeudy points out that there is indeed a flag. They're going to show the replay here. And yeah, Joshua Williams, you're going to get called for that all day long. You can't do that, young man. But Joshua Williams, 4th-round rookie out of Fayetteville State, has played amazingly. He's acting like he can't believe it, but that's the definition of holding. You can't grab onto a player's jersey, especially on the inside, which affects the player's movement. That's going to get called every time in the NFL. So 1st and 10 for the Denver Broncos on their own 47. Russell Wilson's in shotgun. Jerry Jeudy motioning from bottom to the top, settles in. Russell Wilson gets a snap. Quick throw out to Jerry Jeudy. Makes a nice move and gets a first down. Puts a nice move on Trent McDuffie. Trent McDuffie could have had him for a 2-yard gain. Great move there. That was really sharp. Jerry Jeudy, former wide receiver out of Alabama, player I was very, very high on. Just had a fantastic move right there. Not only does he get the first down there in enemy territory with plenty of time left. So even though the Chiefs are up by 10, Denver's driving. They're on the 43-yard line in enemy territory here. Russell Wilson's in shotgun. Motioning, and it looks like Latavius Murray just right up the middle. This time he's going to get bottled up for a gain of looks like a gain just short of the 40, but they're going to call it a gain of 3 here. So Andy Reid claps on the sideline, and that's a good thing, holding him 3 yards considering the way that Latavius Murray's been running through the Chiefs defense in the second half. So it's going to be 2nd and 7 here. The score is 27-17. Kansas City's up by 10. Denver is driving. They are in enemy territory. They are just outside the 40-yard line. It's going to be 2nd and 7. Russell Wilson's running around. Looks like okay, he's back to quarterback. Both running backs are to Russell Wilson's either side in shotgun. And blown coverage here. I'm sorry, blown assignment by the offensive line. Kalen Sanders just runs right in and sacks the quarterback. No, he just came untouched. And what happened is that nobody blocked him. It was just a 4-man front. Bolton, who came in on the blitz, the center went over to block Bolton. Sanders came in untouched. Remember, I told you earlier in the broadcast that Kansas City's putting pressure on Russell Wilson with 4, so when they start blitzing, it's going to be a problem. It was a problem. 3rd and 15 on the Kansas City 47. Russell Wilson, empty set, shotgun, wants the ball, gets the ball. Kansas City's only rushing 3 here. Russell Wilson has all times to throw. Throws out to flat to Latavius Murray, who's going to be he's going to be about 7 yards short. They're just going to call the play dead. Latavius Murray was trying to fight 3 Chiefs for more yardage. He's going to be stopped at the 40-yard line. All the indicators are that Denver's going to go for it, and it makes sense. They're in no man's land. You really don't want to try for a 58 or a 59-yard field goal. Plus, you're down by 10. 4th and 7 with 8:30 left. It makes a lot of sense for Denver to go for it. The decibel meter is over 100 as Chiefs fans are getting loud here. It's now at 104, so they're putting it on the screen. Just 8 seconds left here, and they're showing the crowd. They may have to call a timeout. Russell Wilson's demanding the ball. They can't hear what's going on. It's at 0, but the play does get off. Russell Wilson scrambles. He's being chased by Chris Jones. Russell Wilson, it's intercepted. There's a flag on the play. This is going to be interesting. I'm not really sure what's going on here. I actually think this is a delay of game. I think they're going to call delay of game. So what happened is Russell Wilson was sacked by Chris Jones. He throws the ball up for grabs. Nick Bolton takes the interception, runs it back to around midfield, but there is a flag on the play. Russell Wilson's pointing towards the Chiefs. And, oh, no, it is a flag against the Chiefs. Illegal contact against the Kansas City Chiefs. Illegal hands to the face. It's going to be an automatic first down for the Denver Broncos. Joshua Williams, who got burnt earlier. Oh, man, big-time penalty on the Kansas City Chiefs. And by the way, this was a big play. He was really in the grasp and then just threw kind of a Hail Mary, if you will. Chris Jones had him wrapped up. Karliftis was also there. Russell Wilson showing some power and some guts, just throws the ball up for grabs. They showed a play here. Oh, boy, another ticky-tacky call. But Chiefs fans have no reason to complain after that Cortland Sutton one. Quick pass out to Jerry Jeudy, gets a gain of 7. So before he's pushed out of bounds. So a big penalty against the Kansas City Chiefs. Chiefs fans cannot complain because that Cortland Sutton penalty was a game changer. That one would have been a big one for the Kansas City Chiefs, but not as big. The clock moves as it's second and 2 as Denver is now lining up in shotgun empty formation. Russell Wilson back to pass. Quick throw to Sherbert, the tight end, for a first down. They are now inside, or I'm sorry, Schalbert. I mispronounced his name there. He's kind of limping off the field here. They're going to put in another tight end. The Denver Broncos are now trying to play a little hurry up as it's coming down to inside 7 minutes. 1st and 10 on the 20-yard line. Russell Wilson back to pass, goes end zone, and nobody is there. I think he just threw this out of bounds. Looked like he was throwing end zone, but this is just out of bounds. So it's 7:02 left in the fourth quarter. Plenty of time for the Denver Broncos to come back, 27-17. And Russell Wilson playing a really gutsy game here, just a real gutsy game, playing a really good game. This is kind of what you're paying him for and kind of hoping that you would get all year. 2nd and 10 with 7:02 left in the fourth. Kansas City's up 27-17. Russell Wilson just drive 5 out of 7 for 37 yards. And the play clock is going under 5. Russell Wilson in shotgun. Chase Edmonds to his left gets the ball away. And it's a quick pass to Albert O. Gets the first down. Powers forward for another 5 yards. So it's going to be first and goal for the Denver Broncos just inside the 5. And by the way, Russell Wilson's playing amazing this game. This was a great, nice throw. This is just pitch and catch. He's lined up. It looked like he was one-on-one against Nick Bolton, just quick out route. Both these guys, teammates at Missouri. So former Missouri teammates going against each other. Russell Wilson, 24 out of 36, 210 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. First and goal, just inside the 5 here for the Denver Broncos. Russell Wilson gets snapped. Play action pass. He's back there. He's got all day. He's running. He's going to run for a touchdown. Great run. Great play by Russell Wilson. This is kind of what Denver thought they were getting when they signed him. They were hoping they would see more of this. This was a great job. Nobody was open. The Kansas City Chiefs did an excellent job of bottling up all the receivers, but you let Russell Wilson free, and he used his legs to get into the end zone. And they're showing the replay here. And the Kansas City Chiefs did a pretty good job bottling up everybody, but Russell Wilson had some time, and he just used his athleticism just to squirt for a 4-yard touchdown run. And Russell Wilson's gutsy performance. It's not going to appear in the stat line, but Russell Wilson's playing lights out today. Really, really doing a good job against what I think is a pretty good Kansas City Chiefs defense. So with 6:14 remaining in the fourth, we have Kansas City 27, Denver 24. And Russell Wilson giving high fives to the players coming off. Just a great job by Russell Wilson so far. So great job by Russell Wilson so far. Stats don't look that impressive. 24 out of 36 to 11, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Joshua Williams had a couple key penalties there. Steve Spagnuolo's put his arm around him. Steve Spagnuolo, the Chiefs defensive coordinators, kind of consoling him. He looks visibly upset. Joshua Williams, of course. That legal hands to the face on 4th down, kind of ticky-tacky, but not as ticky-tacky as the Phantom Cortland Sutton pass interference. That should not have been a penalty. I can't emphasize that enough because that's probably the play of the game for the Denver Broncos. And but they're going to have an opportunity here. 6:14 left in the fourth. Kansas City's up by 3. They are going to get the ball. Pacheco is back to return the kick, puts his arms out to the side, indicating it's going to be a touchback. So first and 10 for the Kansas City Chiefs once play resumes. Kansas City will get the ball on the 25-yard line. And my thought process is that what the Kansas City Chiefs want to do is score a touchdown here. I think if the Chiefs score a touchdown, that will pretty much shore it up. It's going to be very difficult for the Denver Broncos to score twice with less than 6 minutes left. So that a touchdown pretty much could end the game here for the Kansas City Chiefs. Anything else, and it's wide open. Patrick Mahomes is in shotgun formation, 3 wide receivers to his right, including Kelsey. Pacheco's to his right. McKinnon's to his right, takes the handoff and gets a nice 4-yard gain to the inside. And what you're going to see here from Kansas City is that even if Kansas City kicks a field goal or punts the ball, they do want to eat up some clock here. By the way, it is a final in New York. The New York Giants beat the Indianapolis Colts 38-10, meaning that the Giants have locked up a playoff spot. Kudos to the New York Giants. 2nd and 6 for Patrick Mahomes. He's in shotgun formation. It looks like it's McKinnon to his right. Mahomes back to pass. Quick throw off bounds. Juju Smith-Schuster catches the ball for a 1st down. This was kind of strange. Nobody was around Mahomes, and he kind of just it was kind of a weird throw. They're showing a replay here, and Mahomes slips, and Juju Smith-Schuster makes a very nice adjustment, goes up for the ball, and gets the 1st down, gets about a 10-yard gain. So Patrick Mahomes, even though he's not having a great game, 27 out of 38, 323 touchdowns, 1 interception. That's a great game for a lot of people. It's average for Mahomes. So as we are inside 5 minutes, 1st and 10 on the Kansas City Chiefs 39-yard line, a little fake run, quick throw to Kelsey. Justin Simmons, great tackle right there, almost at the line of scrimmage. Kelsey corkscrews his way for another yard, and Kelsey is limping as he is right near the sideline and goes off. So what it is that Justin Simmons read this perfectly. Clean hit, but very low. And don't say it's a dirty hit. This is not a dirty hit. Justin Simmons, a vicious hit, and Kelsey gets up limping. He's off on the sidelines. Looks like he's nodding like he's okay. He doesn't look like he's okay. It was a vicious hit by Simmons. 2nd and 8 for the Kansas City Chiefs. Here, Patrick Mahomes shotgun formation motions Blake Bell from the bottom to the top of the screen. Patrick Mahomes takes the snap, looking around, scrambling, drops it, throws it into the ground right in front of Gerald McKinnon. So it's going to be 3rd and 8 with 4:07 left. This is a key 3rd down because what the Kansas City Chiefs really want to do here is they want to eat up some clock. They really don't want Russell Wilson to get the ball back with 4 minutes because the way they've been moving the ball, they've been able to eat up some clock, and this would be a perfect opportunity for Denver to not only tie the game, but maybe take the lead and not give Kansas City a chance to go. Kansas City 1 out of 7 for 3rd downs. This is a key one, 3rd and 8 on their own 41. Patrick Mahomes, shotgun formation. Gerald McKinnon is right, takes the snap, quick throw, and it's incomplete. Denver Broncos did a really good job. They brought pressure, and it was an incompletion to MVS, who he really hasn't looked on the same page with all day. I can't tell whose fault this was, if it's MVS or if this is Patrick Mahomes, but these two have not looked on the same page at all. So the Kansas City Chiefs are going to punt with 4:03 left. Townsend's had a great day punting the ball. Of course, that dropped extra point is the difference here. Great punt, caught by Hinton, doesn't take the fair catch and gets an additional 15 yards. He could have took a fair catch as the Chiefs player was coming right towards him. It looked like he was coming right at him. Doesn't take the fair catch, breaks the tackle, and moves forward for another 15 yards. And by the way, folks, it's a final in Washington. The Cleveland Browns 24, the Washington Commanders 10. So if the Detroit Lions can hold on for a win, they would currently occupy the number 7 spot in the NFC. Who would have thought that the Detroit Lions, after a 1-6 start, would occupy the number 7 seed in the playoffs? But that's what we're looking at right now. There's an injury on the field for the Denver Broncos. There's 3:53 once play resumes here. It's 1st and 10 for the Denver Broncos, about at the 26-yard line. This is a big drive, the biggest drive of the game. The Denver Broncos down by 3. And the defense is all they're showing the defensive side of the ball here, and the defense is really amped up here. They're really anxious. The Denver Broncos really came in prepared today. If you're a Chiefs fan, you thought this was going to be a cakewalk. You thought wrong, as the Kansas City Chiefs are in a dogfight and could end up losing this game. The play is still not resumed, but when it will, the Kansas City Chiefs are up 27-24. 3:53 left in the 4th quarter, and it'll be 1st and 10. We have an update. Detroit 41, Chicago 10 with 128 and counting. So it looks like Detroit will, in just a few minutes here, have the 7 seed for a short period of time. Russell Wilson will take the ball here at the 26-yard line. Shotgun, play action pass. Jerry Jeudy gets it out to the 30, cuts inside, and will get a 1st down. Vicious tackle by Juan Thornhill. Could have been stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Nice play by Jerry Jeudy. Jerry Jeudy's having a really good game. And I can't speak enough for Russell Wilson. This is kind of what they thought they were getting out of Russell Wilson. Some big plays with his feet, some timely passes. He's believe it or not, if you look at the stats, he hasn't outplayed them statistically, but out of the 2 quarterbacks, Russell Wilson's outplayed Patrick Mahomes today. Great job by Russell Wilson. So 1st and 10 for the Denver Broncos on the 37-yard line. They are going right to left on your screen here. It's now, they are using all the clock they can. Quick play to Edmonds. So what the Denver Broncos are doing is they're just going to try to eat up as much clock as they possibly can. And it's now under 3 minutes here as the Denver Broncos are driving. They're showing the Chiefs defensive coordinator, Steve Spagnuolo. They're showing Jeff Ragblum. I keep on forgetting the guy's name. I feel terrible because I should know who the Denver Broncos, Jerry Rosberg. I have gotten that wrong several times today, so I apologize for the Denver Broncos. I've messed up by getting his name wrong, but he's doing a great job coaching. Russell Wilson takes a shotgun snap, and it's not a good throw. Jerry Jeudy does make the catch, but it's no gain, so it's going to be 3rd down. And I'm pretty sure that both the Chiefs and the Broncos are going to let this go down to the 2-minute warning. So as time resumes, when play resumes, it's going to be a 3rd and 5 with 2 minutes left for the Denver Broncos. And Arrowhead is looking really loud. And they're going to look like they're just going to line up here, but okay, so it is officially the 2-minute warning here. Lots of comments here by Lions. Lions fans should be happy. Bears got their first down of the second half, then got 2 holding calls on the next play, still couldn't stop Fields from being sacked. Houston has 7.5 sacks, still the NFL record for the first 6 games ever. Yeah, it is. I can't wait to see the 33rd podcast a week as St. Brown. Dude, that would be awesome. That would be awesome. Malafanu shows up pass breakup. I like that. If it's a YouTube channel or podcast, send me a link and let me subscribe to it. Sudfield is in. Jamal Williams, 21 carries, over 140 yards. Big play. Sudfield sacked. Who knew? We just gave them an ass whooping. Our draft class is balling today. I saw the Chiefs are number 1 in the league by touchdowns by tight ends. The Lions are 2. Washington lost. Lions won. Chiefs! Arrowhead is rocking. Arrowhead is nervous. Arrowhead is nervous. Denver's making this a game. You can give Denver a lot of credit. Russell Wilson's having a phenomenal game. Victory formation for a minute and change when your opponent has 2 times out tells you what type of game it was. It's a YouTube channel. Watch it. Yeah, send me the link and I'll subscribe to them. I'll check it out when I can. I'll check it out. So let me know. I want to make sure. I don't miss anything for this game. It's at the 2-minute warning. Tampa Bay's taking the lead, 24-21. New England Patriots are up 23-14, 2:03 left in the 4th quarter. And we still have the Chiefs game, which is going on. And I can't say enough good things about Russell Wilson. This is what they thought that they were getting when they signed Russell Wilson, a guy that makes plays with his legs, 2 rushing touchdowns. Done a good job passing the ball. Really outplayed Mahomes today. I hate to admit it, but it's true. So now is Detroit sitting in the 7th spot? No, okay. As of right now, Detroit is sitting in the 7th spot. If Seattle beats the Jets, Seattle replaces Detroit as the 7th seed, and they play the Jets at home later on today. So you all become Jets fans. But as of right now, the Detroit Lions occupy a playoff spot. Jimmy! Lions, Vic to Ray. Yeah. And so anyway, we're back here. 2 minutes left. 3rd and 5. Russell Wilson takes a snap. Handoff to Chase Edmonds, and he is stopped short. Gain of 3. So it looks like it's going to be 4th down. Of course, the Denver Broncos are going to go for it. Both teams still have 3 timeouts. One's not being used here because the Denver Broncos, if they do get a first down, they want as little time remaining on the clock. 4th and 2 here. Now, keep in mind, if they don't get a first down, they can still stop Kansas City. They have all 3 of their timeouts left, and they're letting the clock drip down. There are no hurry to go ahead and snap this ball. So it's going to be 4th and 2, Wilson shotgun formation, and we're going to see what happens here. Shotgun gets the snap, Chiefs blitz, and Russell Wilson is going to be – okay, he was sacked. It's fumbled. Frank Clark picks it up. They're going to rule this an incompletion. And so he was sacked. He just shoveled the ball up in the air. It was caught by the Broncos, and Jerry Rosburg is, I finally got his name right, is livid. I'm not exactly sure what he's livid at. I'm not exactly sure what they're going to call this, because what the Chiefs did is they brought in a blitz. They brought Justin Reed and Trent McDuffie. And by the way, so what happened was, I see now why he's mad, because Chris Jones, because the play was still alive. So what happened is Chris Jones flung Russell Wilson down to the ground, and that's the reason why Jerry Rosburg is mad, because he wants a personal foul. He's not going to get one, and he's just livid on the sidelines, and he's yelling, and he wants a personal foul. He's blowing up at the referee. There's nothing really you can do. So the Chiefs are going to take over 1st and 10 with 1:19 left. Now, Denver does have all 3 timeouts, so the Chiefs have to get a first down. However, if the Chiefs do get a first down, it's game over. The Chiefs only need 1 first down, so they need 10 yards. And if they don't get it, who knows? Because, you really don't want to give Denver a chance to get the ball back. But Denver is going to call a timeout. And Jerry Rosburg's still beyond furious. I don't think he has a right to be, but hey, man, he's defending this quarterback who's played lights out today. So what the Chiefs did is they just ran Pacheco up the middle for a quick 2-yard gain. It's going to be 2nd and 8. Denver immediately called the timeout. Only 5 seconds off the clock here. Here's the deal. Kansas City gets first down. This game's over. And you got Patrick Mahomes, so it'll be interesting to see what the Kansas City Chiefs do. Now, keep in mind, if the Chiefs do kick a field goal, which is possible, they are in field goal range, you still give Denver an opportunity to score a touchdown with a handful of seconds left. Patrick Mahomes takes snap. Pacheco right up the middle. Nice run by Pacheco, as he looked like he was stopped after a gain of 2, powers forward for another 2 yards. It's still going to be 3rd and 6. Denver's going to take a timeout. 1:09 left in the game. Denver has 1 timeout left, so it'll be very interesting to see what Kansas City does here. Jerry Rosburg, and I've been getting his name wrong all day, but Jerry Rosburg is still just beyond furious on the sidelines there. I don't think he has a right to be. It's going to be 3rd and 5 for the Kansas City Chiefs, 1:10 left. Denver has 1 timeout, so it's going to be very interesting to see what the Kansas City Chiefs do here. In the past, the Chiefs have done some bootlegs. Patrick Mahomes is going to line up in shotgun. He's got 3 wide receivers to his left. Patrick Mahomes scrambles out, and it's a catch by Kelsey. He catches the ball past first line marker. He's pushed back. It is going to be a first down. This is game, and they're furious on the Broncos. The Broncos head coach is having an aneurysm, but it's the right call. Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce for the win. Kelsey caught the ball right in front of the line of scrimmage, was pushed back behind, and this is ball game. So Eric Bieniemy and Andy Reid are sharing a laugh and a smile. A little fist bump between Kelsey and Andy Reid is when it matters, when it's crunch time. You go ahead and you get through. Denver's calling a timeout. There's no real reason to call the timeout, just kind of, I'll be honest, they're showing the Denver coach, and he is still beyond pissed. But he looks like he's kind of regained composure. He's going to talk to the referee here. It doesn't matter right now. We have an update here. The Saints, it's now final. The Saints 20, Eagles 10. And we have it's not a final, but Tampa Bay's taking a 30-21 lead, so it looks like Tampa Bay's going to clinch that division. So I sent you a video link on your latest short video. It's actually Rod Woodson talking about Rookie of the Year. Oh, dude, that would be awesome. I didn't know St. Brown Brothers do a show. That's going to be awesome. And I don't know if you're talking about Chiefs or if you're talking about Lions, but it is game. And the Kansas City Chiefs won a tough one here at Arrowhead. If you watched my show, I told you to take the Denver Broncos to cover 13.5. This will be a close one. And Denver played a really damn good game. Give a lot of credit to the Denver Broncos. And Jerry Rosburg is going to shake hands with Andy Reid. Mahomes and Russell Wilson embrace at midfield. And it's over. The Kansas City Chiefs win 27-24. It was a tough game. Tough game. Patrick Mahomes did not play his best game, but I still think he is the MVP. I still think Mahomes MVP. And we're going to have bonus coverage here, as this is interesting. Skylar Thompson, the 7th-round rookie out of K-State's taken over as quarterback for the Miami Dolphins. It's 1st and goal, 1:16 left in the game, and Miami is got the ball. They're down by 9, so Bridgewater's out. I don't know the specifics behind it, but Bridgewater's out. And they have the rookie Skylar Thompson, a guy that I really liked out of K-State, a pretty good player. And it's going to be a holding penalty on New England. So the score is 23-14. So what's going to happen is one of two things. Either Miami is going to try to score a touchdown and kick a onside kick, or they're going to kick a field goal. It looks like they're going to try to score a touchdown. This holding call is going to make it 1st and goal on the 2-yard line. So we're going to get some bonus coverage here. So 1st and goal here, Miami's playing New England. Skylar Thompson is the quarterback for the Miami Dolphins. No timeouts, 1:11 left in the game. New England's up by 9. We're going to give you some bonus AFC playoff action here. Skylar Thompson back to pass, running around. He's a mobile guy, throws the ball late, and it's a touchdown. Mike Kazecki catches the touchdown in the back of the end zone. So it's going to be 23-20 with the extra point pending. So we're going to have an opportunity for an onside kick. And then after the onside kick, we'll find out, because Miami recovers the onside kick, they will be down by 2. So Any Given Sunday is on the TV channel Circle right now. I love that movie. Any Given Sunday is one of my all-time favorite. I think it's the best football movie out there. I really do. I love it. Any Given Sunday is the best football movie in my book. I love Any Given Sunday. But since we got some bonus coverage in the AFC, I'm going to stay on. 23-20, the extra point's up and good. So with 1:04 left in Foxborough, New England 23, Miami 21. Miami has no timeouts left. So if New England recovers the onside kick, it's going to be game over. But by the way, I want to give a shout out to all my Lions fans. Congratulations. I really thought a couple months ago that this could have been a fire sale. I thought everybody could be fired. I thought everybody could be gone. They come back, and if the playoffs were to start right now before the afternoon game, so Detroit Lions would occupy a playoff spot. And that's just amazing. If you're a Detroit Lions fan, drink your blue Kool-Aid and enjoy it. Enjoy it. You've all deserved it. By the way, I haven't asked yet, but if you're still on, you're still watching, please give me a thumbs up. If you're new to this channel, please hit that subscribe button. It would mean the absolute world to me. And share my channel with people. It'd mean a lot. I'm just trying to build a community. By the way, early updates here for you Lions fans. Seattle just scored a touchdown. I have no idea. It's 13:58 in the first quarter. Seattle's up 7-0, so I'm not exactly sure what happened there. But Seattle has taken an early 7-0 lead. That's not good for you Lions fan. And Miami's going to line up for an onside kick. If Miami makes this onside kick, we have a game. If not, it's going to be game over with the New England Patriots winning, making a very creative playoff situation in both the AFC and NFC. So they're showing the highlights right now. Geno Smith hits Parkinson for an early touchdown. So Seattle does have, they showed the Seattle touchdown. So so much for that New York Jets defense. New York Jets, of course, ironically are actually cheering for the Patriots to go ahead and get this win here. Because win or lose, they need some help, but it does help their case because the Miami Dolphins have a lead up on both the Patriots and New England Patriots. Onside kick, and the New England Patriots fall on it. That's going to be ball game. So New England Patriots are going to be 8-7. The Miami Dolphins are going to be 8-7. The Jets and Seattle just started, and the Pittsburgh Steelers are going to play later tonight. For all you Lions fans, I want you to enjoy this. In 2023, the Detroit Lions kick off the new year as a playoff team. How exciting is that? I can't tell you how great this is for football. And we got something interesting here. I don't think they're going to show it, but Carolina, Tampa Bay, it's 24-30. And unfortunately, I can't get that game. I would give you guys an update on that game. I don't have it. If I did have it, I definitely would. Show you what's. Or I mean, I couldn't show you, but I would tell you what's going on. Okay, so I clicked on the red zone real fast, and what it is, Tampa Bay's got the ball, 30-24. So after this game, I'm going to go ahead and sign off, but we'll have some bonus coverage here. I'm going to show you. I'm going to do the Tampa Bay Carolina game. Tampa Bay is up 30-24, 1st and 10 on Carolina 44. Handoff here to the outside, breaks a tackle, and Rachaad White smartly just goes down instead of trying to get some extra yards. Wow, Brady, 34 out of 45, 432, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. Carolina uses their first timeout. So what the drill is that if Tampa Bay gets the first down, it's game over. But if Carolina stops them, they'll get the ball back with just a handful of seconds left, and 6 down by 6 with just a handful of seconds left. Yeah, I'm on the NFL Red Zone, so I'm going to do this game. Mike Evans, 10 catches, 207 yards, 3 touchdowns, monster game. 2nd and 6 for Tampa Bay here, 51 seconds left. Handoff to Rachaad White. Not going to mean anything for anybody outside the Kansas City area. Went to high school in Raytown, just a Kansas City suburb, about 15 minutes away from Arrowhead Stadium. And as they get the ball here, Mike White is going to be the quarterback for the Jets today. And this is going to be, by the way, Jets-Seahawks is going to be a fun game. Jets-Seahawks is going to be a fun game. So, but I got the red zone on right now, and I'm not sure if they're going to go back to that game or not. I kind of thought they would show the last couple of plays, but they may not. So I tuned into the NFL red zone because I wanted to give you that Carolina Tampa Bay final, but I'm not sure if they're going to show that or not. Okay, here we go. 46 seconds left. It's 3rd and 4 on the Carolina 38. There is a chance if Tampa Bay doesn't get a first down, they may just kick a long field goal. Leonard Fournette gets the carry. I think he loses a half a yard here. So it's going to be interesting to see. Now Carolina calls its final timeout, so there's 42 seconds left. So here's your options. Your Tampa Bay, you can go for a long field goal. The downside is that you would give them the ball back with about 40 seconds left and in relatively good field position. They do have no timeouts. You could punt the ball, which I would recommend you do because you're putting them back with under 40 seconds left, and that's what's going on. They're showing Brady on the sidelines. He didn't look overly happy, and I kind of get it. You could have gone for the win, but instead of doing that, you're just going to go for a punt here. 4th and 5. Tampa Bay's going to punt. 42 seconds left, and they're punting from the 39. So if they went for a field goal, it would be about 56, 57-yard field goal. Carolina's showing pressure like they are going to try and block. I strongly doubt they're really going to rush the punter. And Tampa Bay lets clock expire, which makes sense. What they want to do is they're just going to back up 5 yards and try to do a pooch punt here. The red zone's going back to the New York Jets in Seattle. Early on, this looks like it's going to be a fun game. And Seattle just intercepted the ball here. Mike White just threw a pick. Seattle's up early 7-0, which is not good for you Lions fans. But this looks like it's just going to be a fun game. Mike White trying to power through some injuries here. So looks like we're back to Tampa Bay. Oh my God, he fumbled the snap. I don't believe this. He fumbled the snap. And what's going on right now? Tampa Bay. Okay, so I don't believe it. He bobbles the snap. He runs around to his left. He looks like he's going to get tackled. And as a Tampa Bay player has him in the grasp, he kicks the ball, rolls to the 2. There is a flag on the play, so we're going to see what happens here. The Carolina Panthers coach is, I'm not sure, he's indicating he's pointing over to the side. I'm not really sure what he's pointing at. I'm not sure what the flag is. Unbelievable play. The punter drops the punt, and the athletic play to get out. Oh man, this may be roughing. This may be running into the punter. I'm not sure what's going on here, but if it is running into the punter, it's a 5-yard play, which would make it fourth and inches, and it does make it a makeable field goal. So instead, it's 4th and 15, and they're going to have to punt again. Now, 11 seconds did run off the clock. I have no idea what the penalty is. I believe it's holding, which is actually a pretty smart play for Carolina. So it's going to be 4th and 15 with 31 seconds left. Tampa Bay is up 30-24. Tampa Bay has 3 timeouts. Carolina's out of timeouts. They're going to get the ball back with about 25 seconds remaining. We're going to find out here. 32 seconds as Tampa Bay lines up for a punt. Keep in mind, the punter dropped the ball the last time, and he gets the punt away. It's a high punt, waits for a fair catch, gets the ball at the 8-yard line. So it's going to be 26 seconds remaining. And they're switching back to the 49ers-Raiders game. The Raiders are up 7-0. Wow. Unbelievable. Christian McCaffrey takes the carry, goes to the 20, 15, 10, puts a juke move on, gets down at the 2-yard line. And wow, that Raiders San Francisco game may end up being a fun one in itself. Yeah, I that was nuts. It's actually a 10-yard penalty. It looks like a holding. So I'm going to give you the last 26 seconds of the Carolina Panthers Tampa Bay game. It scores 24-30. Carolina has to go 92 yards for a touchdown in 26 seconds with no timeout. Sam Darnold back to pass. He's in his own end zone. He's running around, throws the ball in the middle of the field. And here's a legal man downfield. Okay. San Francisco's 1st and goal on the 2. Thought they got in, but they are just short. So what happened is on this play, oh my God. So Antoine Winfield, Bucs safety, looked like he had an obvious interception. The receiver came over, and this really should have been offensive pass interference, but it wasn't. So Carolina got actually it was called because it's now 1st and 14 on the 4-yard line. So Carolina has to go 96 yards. It's 1st and 14 and 21 seconds left. Actually a smart play, because if he doesn't get the ball, if he makes the catch, of course, the game's over. So I don't know why you throw the ball in the center of the field, though. It doesn't make any sense. Darnold, and oh my God, it's a completion. 13 seconds left at the 40-yard line. And I don't know if they're going to be able to snap the ball in time. The referee is going to put the ball at the 40. Everybody's lining up. They clock it, 4 seconds left. That was very, very impressive by the Carolina Panthers to get, because with 11 seconds, you had to run 40 yards, get lined up. They did it in 7. That's extremely impressive. So Carolina's going to get a chance for either a Hail Mary or some sort of trick gadget play. So the Carolina Panthers still have hope. Keep in mind, if the Carolina Panthers lose, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers wins, probably better. Funk says it perfect. One play, 60 yards for Carolina. Tampa Bay wins this game. They are in no matter what. The Saints did their best to try to get in. Carolina, of course, and it's a false start on Carolina. And so it's going to be 65 yards. And I'm kind of curious to what Carolina's going to do here. And this Jets-Seahawks game looks interesting. Seattle's inside the red zone again. as they are really early on looked very impressive against the New York Jets, as they are. It's going to be a first and goal here. I'm sorry, first and 10, just inside the 15 to get a 5-yard completion. So, all right. So, last guess for Carolina on their own 37, 4 seconds left. Darnold's back to pass. They only rushed 3. He's scrambling around, and he's going to throw the ball towards the middle of the field. So we're going to get some creativity. He throws the ball. Chuba Hubbard is going to go ahead and take it. He's packed at a 40 to the 35. He laterals the ball back, and it's fumbled. It's bounced around. Marshall picks it up, throws it there. This might be, and the game is over. It was kind of an entertaining play. The Carolinas had hope and a prayer. The referees are getting together, but this is a final. Tampa Bay wins the NFC South as they go 8-8. So the NFC South race is now officially over. That one is not going to be interesting, but kudos to Tampa Bay for a rough season, but still winning the NFC South. Brady had a big day, very impressive, and Seattle just gets a first down, so it's going to be first and goal for the Seattle Seahawks. Seattle's up 7-0 early on the New York Jets. I know you Lions fans are going to pay attention to this, folks. Thank you so much. I'm going to tune out. And by the way, thank you so much for watching. I can't thank you enough. Please give me a thumbs up, share this channel, and I'll see you guys next Friday.